Hello and welcome to Free Cheese, episode 196. I'm your Joe Dix, joined tonight by Marc Augustiniak, Matt Sellner.
What up?
Free Cheese, a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. Matt, I did it all for the yeah.
The nookie.
The what?
So you can take that cookie, stick it up. Yeah.
Stick it up your...
Yeah.
C.
Yeah.
Weed.
Weed?
No,
Stay tuned.
Oh, we're off to a good one. We got a great episode planned this week. Later on, we'll talk a little bit about that rumored Mario Rabbids RPG, some Nintendo Switch DLC coming to the Breath of the Wild, all the video games we've been playing. But first, how's everyone doing?
Oh, dandy like a lion.
You're hooded, you're animal crossed.
Yeah, you know, getting that spring set, you know.
Oh, yeah. Marc is referring, of course, to our fantastic cover story launched last week. More to come. Stay tuned. But I'm real stoked on the cover story. We got a lot of stuff. I'm in the middle of article that should hopefully go up by Tuesday. And then another big one that'll go up while I'm...
Well, now you got it since you said it.
I mean, hey, that's why I said it, to kind of light the fire.
There it is.
Beneath me, yeah. But maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. It's a good good month. A lot of planning went into it. How's Matt?
Good.
Capitals won.
We're still not in a good spot.
But they could have been out.
Yes.
You know? So you need to be grateful for what you have, not for what you don't.
From like a confidence standpoint, I'm feeling more confident about the series again. It's like the bleeding has stopped.
But the wound is still there. You're looking at it.
Wound's still fresh.
You know.
And it's still very possible that it gets infected and then I die. But, I don't know. Braden Holtby, the goalie.
Of course.
Not looked good the first 4 games. Looked great on game 5. That gives me hope.
So, what was the final score last night?
4-2.
Was it last night? 2 nights ago? 4-2?
4-2.
Okay.
Saturday night, yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Matt, are you really Matt? Are you a doppelganger, Matt?
I'm Dash.
Because
What you're noticing, what Marc's referring to, is the fact that Matt looks very similar to myself now.
Yeah. Very close.
this big wizard beard.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's the playoff beard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a traditional.
Yeah, I'm like very superstitious around this time of year.
That like your facial hair controls.
Yeah,
the
there's
outcome of the
other
Capitals.
other things like if
Let's go into a couple of them.
all right. So in the Toronto series, when the Capitals started finally winning some games,
Did you put like maple syrup in your?
no, nothing like that yet. Anyway,
You should.
to work, I would bring a jersey to drape around the chair, and I made sure that I wore the jersey into work. I would then take it off, place it onto the chair, so that way, like the jersey, like the player and the number sticking out and such.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the day, though, not put it back on, take it off chair, throw it over right shoulder,
Right shoulder.
with
your right
walk
arm.
out to the car, keep it over my right shoulder
Okay.
until I got the car, and then threw it in my car. Didn't wear it for the rest of the day until the next time I brought it into work come game day.
And this has been effective.
Wasn't effective a couple times now.
It got you through the Maple Leaf series.
True. However, I switched the jersey. Notice
Mm-hmm.
Ovechkin was now instead of Kuznetsov.
Right.
So we're back to it now with Ovechkin. But I'm off the next few days. They have games, so don't have to worry about that ritual.
So how long have you been doing this for?
The face or the...
Just a whole.
4 weeks. It's been about 4 weeks now.
No, I meant like when did this first start?
Like, how many years? How many seasons?
Yeah.
How many hockey seasons?
Sorry. When was this
I've
conceived?
well, the playoff beard is like a legitimate thing in the NHL. There's actually
like people do
like the players will actually do it. And it's actually gotten to the point now where if you really want to get into it, and if you really could grow facial hair, you could do like beardathon things for charity, like sponsorships and stuff like that.
What?
So, yeah.
What does that mean?
Like, if someone walks, for cancer or something.
I understand what a
sponsorship.
marathon is. How does a beard play into that?
I guess as long as you don't shave and you keep going with it, they can keep giving you money. I don't know. I didn't look into it.
How much money do I get?
You don't get any. You raise money for charity.
How much money can I give to charity? This shit's like 7 years old now.
I don't know.
There's a lot of hockey seasons I've been...
Look into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like there's stuff like that.
Will you donate money to a charity? Because I have a long beard.
I got no money to donate right now.
How about $1 an inch? Not you. I mean the listeners.
I mean, $1 an inch. That's
$20 an inch.
That's $1,000 for my beard.
Yeah.
I can't even grow an inch.
If you take an inch, they'll take a smile.
With my facial hair. Redo.
Can't turn back time.
As someone who played sports growing up, I always had my little weird superstitions and stuff like that. Like what foot I would put my sock on first, like that kind of stuff.
When you put on pants, what side do you put your junk on?
See, you just fucked him up so bad because he wasn't thinking about that before, but now every
this
time.
minor detail could win me a Stanley Cup. And when I say me, the Capitals.
I mean, I just keep it one side regardless, and if it shifts, then I shift it back.
You just broke him.
I'm left side all the way.
Left side. That's you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I think I'm more of a left side man myself. I'm a lefty.
So now
That does make sense.
I mean, I'm right-handed, but
I don't know. I got something new to think about. I'll let you know next week how this goes.
God damn it.
you're welcome.
Anyway, back to the superstitions.
Yeah.
It's just I grew up playing stuff. I was always superstitious myself. And then, sophomore year, junior year of college, I just stopped giving a shit about what I looked like. And I was like, oh, this is a good excuse for me not to shave because I'm fucking lazy. And now every year since then, I've done it to no success. However, if I was to shave and they lost, I know it would be my fault. It's just bad juju if you don't do that. Like
That makes sense.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's why I do this.
I learned a lot.
My self-confidence goes to zero. But,
Really?
oh yeah, this looks terrible.
No, it doesn't.
I hate this.
I don't know why you hate it.
It's not so much the middle that's bad. I know if I trimmed it and shaped it, it wouldn't look terrible. It's the sides.
That happens to me too.
Yeah, it's the
Like, right
patchiness.
now, I get like sad pubes
Yeah,
on like, the sides, but like the neck part grows a little faster than everything else, and I hate that. But like I don't like my mustache at all because it's like in pictures it looks like an odd shade of like olive or something. I'm like I just don't like it.
It matches your eyes, though.
My eyes are olive.
No, but they're beautiful. So then you get the color.
Well, now everything's just going to turn red.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, rock the red. Capitals red.
What you do is, this is what I did when I had hair like that on my face that wasn't all the way there. You just, no cream, shave just that raw shit off. And it aggravates the skin and tells that you need to grow more hair. And then eventually, ta-da!
I usually grow more blood.
Yeah, I mean, you bleed, you'll bleed. I didn't say you wouldn't bleed. But if you want to go from
Side
that
effect,
to this,
bleeding.
Gotcha.
that's how I did it. Or that's what I did along the way. I don't know if it worked. I just know that was, again, like I don't know that you throwing a jersey over your right shoulder saved a hockey game, but I can also not know that maybe me bleeding on my face
Could you
caused
imagine,
this.
like the news articles? Like, guy saves hockey game. We won't believe what he did next.
Oh, God.
That's a BuzzFeed article waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Top 10 reasons
you know
why
what?
Capitals won
I'm
Stanley
not
Cup.
going to look, but I guarantee there's definitely one out there right now that's like the top 8 things that weird hockey fans do during playoff season. It's just
I'll
like,
just guarantee that.
yeah. And if there isn't, some asshole right now is hearing this and they're going, oh shit, BuzzFeed takes contributions, and they're typing it up right now. This guy drinks his own pickle juice that he pisses out of his dick, and then he throws it on his mom every Tuesday.
Idea noted, because I'm going to be the asshole to write the article tonight.
Shit, yeah, me too.
I don't know what happened.
When I get all these texts. Matt, what other superstitions do you have this time of year? I don't know what's going on.
I have bad news. I found out I'm a millennial. That's not good at all.
Well, does that mean we all are?
Yes.
Well, I knew I was.
Yeah,
millennial.
but there, I feel like there's different like tiers to it.
No. Apparently, it all is what it is.
It's all millennial.
Yep. But I think you're the cutoff. Your year.
I feel like there's like a version like 1.0, 2.0, like depending on like the
There is.
decade
There's
and whatnot.
dirtbag version 2, and then non-dirtbag. That's the minority though.
I thought it was all.
'Cause I feel like if
I
you're-
thought millennials were like they're like 20 right now.
I feel
but
like
they're
you're
not.
safe if you're born before dial-up.
Made it. No.
Yeah, no, you made it. You're the
Yeah, I did.
cutoff.
I did.
92 is the cutoff.
Yeah.
It's 85 to 92 is the millennial years.
Dang, so me and my brother, my oldest brother is 83.
See, he's Gen X
So we're Y.
or Y. Y is the millennials. I think. I'm gonna look it up.
I remember
It's
some.
probably
I
gonna give me
remember some weird
Pokemon.
Pepsi commercial with all this,
Yeah.
and like Britney Spears was in it. And
Yes.
He mentioned something about generation something.
Oh, wait a second.
Wait.
This isn't this. Oh, wait. What?
Isn't Gen X and Gen Y their own separate thing, and then millennials its own thing too? It doesn't have another name.
Let's look into this. Millennials, also known as Generation Y, are the demographic cohort following Generation X. There are no precise dates, but
Well, then we can make it up.
it says it's usually between the mid 1980s, which we put it around 85, ending at the early 1990s or mid 19. What the fuck? See, and then they take it all the way to the early 2000s.
What site is this?
Wikipedia, of course.
No. This is the one time I refuse to agree with them.
Check this.
There's
check the
there's
source.
research. The Pew Research Center issued a report about how millennials in adulthood are detached from institutions and networked with friends. Rutgers University did a study. In his book Fast Future, author David Burstein describes millennials' approach to blah, blah,
You know,
blah.
You said fast, and I got really
When they
excited for 2
say
seconds.
Fast Future. That's what the fucking 9th installment's going to be called. Tell you what.
10th.
when they say like a university does a study,
Yeah.
they never say who in the university is doing this study.
Yeah, it's
Is
interns.
it somebody? Yeah, say like is it somebody that's an actual teacher? Is it
No,
somebody
it's
that's
just
a
some doll.
student? Is it the janitor? Is like
The Peter Pan generation. What is this?
I should publish my research and how PlayStation 4 was going to win the sales race.
3 years. There's a picture in Wikipedia, and the caption says, 3 people who appear to be millennials using smartphones.
Hold on. Are they holding a Starbucks coffee, have glasses, and then maybe wearing a scarf?
No.
Damn.
However, he has a Gucci wallet and a.
Oh, the pink fucking button up. Damn it.
How is the pink button up millennial? I feel like I don't know.
Because that says bro. All over it.
80s.
No, that guy looks like a...
He looks like he's trying to be one of those like boat shoe wearing motherfuckers who did coke in the 80s. That's what he looks like. I don't like this.
Boat shoes.
Be careful, I wear boat shoes. You're treading on
Yeah, I know. I want
thin
actual
water.
Again,
I
though,
want actual
like,
shoes that are boats. That way I can just walk on water.
wearing boat shoes and being one of those boat shoe wearing motherfuckers who does coke on a boat, totally different things,
Hey,
man.
you don't know my life.
I do Pepsi on a boat. Mountain Dew, you know, like Pepsi products. I'm all about that.
I get it. I don't
Marc
know.
is going to have you back.
Either way, yeah, it is very good.
If you're RC Cola, you can just suck my asshole. Just go away. Get that out of here.
You know what?
Stick it
Though,
up here. Yeah.
I will take millennial over what Newsweek wanted to call us, which was Generation 9/11.
Ooh.
Yeah, not gonna take that one.
Generation Emergency.
Yeah, you can keep that one, Newsweek.
Where's my phone? You dial 911 and cry.
God damn it. Well, this is a video game podcast about video games. I say we talk about what we've been playing in a segment called Now Playing.
I don't know why I pictured like lightning striking before that. It's not even lightning round.
Lightning or
Just
lightning?
just every segment just with thunder. Sorry,
We could
thunder.
fill it in with Fred Durst. Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
I think like you know like in like kid shows, they always like the kids in the back are just going yeah. I think just a bunch of Fred Durst just like overlaid each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the that little
Different
meme
pitches.
kid, the little the Yeah Boy kid, where it just goes
Oh,
to the tune
yeah.
of that song. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
The
yeah,
longest
yeah.
Yeah Boy.
Oh man, yeah, that just keeps rolling
Yeah.
and rolling and rolling.
Dude, I love Limp Bizkit.
How can you not?
Ironically and unironically.
I know you do, and that's why I love you.
The best. So something made my day today. We were talking about Limp Bizkit earlier. That's why this is all brought up. I Googled obviously Fred Durst to see what he's been up to.
He's been listening to my group called Stiff Croissant. Limp Bizkit's rival.
Anyway,
we're part of the Killsbury crew.
Oh my god, this is.
Stop.
I can't.
But I forgot that I did it, and I guess where I left the page was on the picture of him on his Wikipedia profile. And like 4 hours later, I open up my phone and go to Safari, and I open it up, it's Fred Durst right fucking there. I started laughing. I was like, yes.
It's never a good thing.
Yeah.
God.
I'm gonna come here next week with Wes Borland makeup.
Ooh, deep cuts.
Yeah.
Deep cuts. Now playing is a segment where we share what we've played in the last week, significant or not, and we, talk, ask questions about it, and things like that. So, Marc, it's been a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw the listeners' ears over to your sweet cockles.
How funny would he be if he just said, nothing, I'm not playing anything?
What are games? I'm a real man.
Getting warm the listener ears.
All right.
With
Well,
what you've been up to.
I'll do just by console. I'll get PS4 out of the way because there's only one game on there, and I barely touched it So it's Warhammer Vermintide.
Yeah, I remember
I
that
saw you
one.
playing this the other night.
Yeah.
Tell me of this.
So, just from the looks of everything, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into, but I just didn't know the details specifically. So, for those who don't know, it's like a gothic. I don't want to say steampunk. I'm just gonna say gothic. Almost like a Diablo setting.
Okay.
But it plays like Left 4 Dead.
Got it.
So instead of zombies, it's rat people.
Yep.
Okay.
And you have 5 or
Vermintide, that makes sense now.
4 or 5 characters or 6 to choose from, and each have their own RPG class. And from there, you have a little HUD world, which is this pub. So it's a pub world, I guess. Mm-hmm. And you can whatever perks you find, you can equip on your character, better weapons, armor, and whatnot. And then you find a game that's online, so it's always an online game. The levels are point A to point B, fighting hordes, and there's even their special rats. You have your hunter, you have your spitter. They have those.
Weird.
There's a rat with a minigun. I don't know.
So these are anthropomorphic rats.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's giant mutant rats.
All right.
They're 4 foot, 5 foot rats.
Like biker mice from Mars rats.
More deformed. But
okay, but yeah.
Just
do they have cool tattoos?
Can't really see that on their fur.
All right.
But they're just disgusting. Just trash. Cool. You're fighting in sewers and stuff. So I played one game with people, and God, who was I?
Was it friends or randomly?
Just randomly. I was trying to convince friends to get it because it was on sale for $12, and
is it still?
Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't check, but the class I was a witch hunter. So he was this tall, lanky dude. He looked like a pilgrim, and he had shotguns as his alternate weapon, and his main weapon was a rapier. So you could just stab people. You could charge up your melee attack. Yeah. I would just stab rats in the head as a one-hit kill, and then if it got too crazy, I would start just firing everywhere. So but you could hold another button to do rapid fire, go berserk mode, fighting a horde of them. It was cool. But
I remember that they did another Warhammer game that was very much like Gears of War, but whatever.
Space Marine.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Why do I have this feeling that I don't know? I just have in my head that Warhammer is a strategy RTS.
It
game.
Is.
Yeah,
okay, all right.
The tabletop game is
you have your Warhammer 40K series, which is all
maybe that's
Marine
why
stuff,
I'm
and then just basic Warhammer. It's all
no, because he took me off guard when he says Left 4 Dead with rats. I'm like,
yeah. So the tabletop game is the tabletop game. It's it's strategy, whatever, but they do some weird things with their video game stuff where
there's so many they have strategy games for that too.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
All right, so that explains why I'm thinking like that. All right,
yeah. So that's that.
That's it. Yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty neat. It's if you can't play Left 4 Dead and you have a console, then I recommend Vermintide.
You said it was on sale for $12.
Yeah.
Damn, that was because it's 40 regularly.
Yeah. So I was that's not bad. They had a sale for online games. And that was one of them.
I remember that. Yeah.
Titanfall 2 was one of them as well.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And then on to the Switch, because that's all I've been touching.
Yeah. Cue sound effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Shifty.
When I saw this game, I said to myself,
If you can't hear it, Joe is
said,
drawing the TM on the wall.
Right. That is a trademark
He said that with
game.
his finger. So yeah, it's basically like a Hotline Miami-esque game.
Yeah. Yep.
But instead of like a maniac with masks with perks, you are a superpowered being just fighting the same basic minions through this tower, this building, and you can teleport, and you can do like little hit combos, punch people out windows and stuff. You can punch a door and fly it across the room to hit people.
That's cool. So it's like it's like the Hotline element or gameplay thing of kicking a door open, but
it's definitely more friendlier in terms of difficulty in playing.
Oh, okay.
So like you won't feel like overwhelmed playing this. I'm not sure how it was gonna work on here. I'm not sure how fluent it was gonna feel with the controls, but it's pretty cool. It's not bad.
Did you play with all the different control schemes?
No, I just handheld.
Because I found playing my Switch a lot here recently that there are certain schemes I will go with for certain games.
Yeah. I feel like with this one it kind of doesn't matter. It's like it's a pretty basic game. Like it's not like it's not much optimization to it.
Is it twin stick kind of style like Hotline? Like none of the Hotline was like a twin stick shooter, but like it had that like
you would think that like aiming with the right stick
Right.
and then moving with the left stick, but you actually do both with the left stick and you use face buttons and triggers to do your stuff. Like because like you moving
turns the I got you.
Yeah, but it works.
All right.
It works.
Yeah, I almost grabbed that one because it came out like right in the middle of a drought period, and I was like, I want something.
I think I just got it because it was. I think it was pretty cheap. I forgot how.
It was, yeah.
It's
I don't
like
think it's too
15,
bad.
I think.
Yeah. I almost jumped on it, and then I was like, nah, I'm going to wait. I got Mario Kart in a week. I still got NieR to grind through, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely better choices out there. But...
One of my favorite hooks in
It seems cool, though.
Yeah.
In Hotline Miami is the fact that as soon as you die, like, if you're holding up, you will go right back into the door with no loading screen or anything like that. Yeah. Is there something similar with that, or
like if you die in this, and you don't hit a checkpoint, you have to start from the beginning of the map. That's a little frustrating. But...
I guess the two, like that was the one thing is like how quickly are you restarting? But
Hotline was just hit R restart.
I love that. I love that so much.
The other big question: how's the music?
Pretty good.
Hotline good.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do remember liking it. It was very like techno-y like stuff. So
okay, I'm okay with this. I think this is what I really like.
Because I remember the trailer. They were playing something. I was like, this sounds like Hotline stuff.
Right? Did we? This was in the direct, wasn't it? Because we were like, what the fuck is... Right? Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess we're just tapping into that market.
Got it. Well, I think it's cool because right now people who own a Switch are like, I need shit to play.
Yeah, and I feel like,
and and like,
and it's not gory either. Like, there's no blood. Yeah. There's nothing like that. But it's very like, maybe stylish isn't the word.
But I mean, if this game this week had come out on PS4, nope, you would not be sitting here talking about it. You know what I mean? Like if it just wouldn't have happened.
I think Switch is the right place for it because like they need games like that, and Nintendo doesn't really have something like that. So that's cool. Next one. I had to get this because it was right up my price alley of $5. So Kamiko.
Okay, pause. I'm going to point out again that if this had come out on PS4, I don't think we'd be talking about it. But it looks so cool. And Mark or Matt, if you could continue what you were about to do there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, obviously, the games I'm going to list are Marc games.
No, but there are.
Go.
There's been some Marc games coming out lately. So yeah, Kamiko.
Make a Wikipedia about this. So it was a Japanese game. Came over here stateside recently. The publisher and developer Fly High Works and indie developer Skipmore worked together to make this happen. So it's basically, they say it's like an arcade like top-down game, and it kind of is. But if I needed to use a game to help describe it better, Four Swords, but single player.
Okay.
So like the levels are, there's it's like a little map that you're in, like, and there's like minor puzzles to solve, but sometimes you have to fight a lot of enemies to do that. But the enemies fill up your gauge to do better attacks, and you have like 3 characters to choose from, because it's based on like Japanese Shinto beliefs. So like a Kamiko is like a type of priestess or something like that. So like your basic character has like a sword. She's from like the water tribe, shrine, whatever. Then like the earth one is like this lady with like a bow and arrow, and the arrows are like heat seeking. And then I played as the fire one, and she has a shield and like a little dagger, and she can throw the shield. And while that's hitting people, she can stab people, and then get the shield back.
Or Captain America.
So I feel like that also determines your difficulty a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if you're a sword, you can just spam that and just hack and slash everybody. It feels good. Like, they all feel great, and it's all, like, the pixel art's really neat. Like, from a distance, it looked like it was trying to, like, look like,
Hyperlight Drifter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of that cover.
Right.
And, like...
It was definitely, like, evoking that.
It's nowhere, like, it's nowhere that stylish in terms of, like, Hyperlight Drifter stylish. But, it does, like, the retro look. Mm-hmm. Good colors, but it definitely plays... It's weird. I guess it's like it definitely has its vibes of Hyperlight.
Yeah,
but
less
like,
pink.
Yeah, but like a fraction of it, and then
you know what it seems like. Honestly, it seems like Link's Awakening to Link to the Past, where somebody who really took influence from one game, tried to port it onto a console that was. Or tried to port it into a different way that was smaller and more, bite size. It seems like Hyperlight toned down because you're trying to go through and you're trying to collect like 3 different things or whatever, right? You're trying to get to the center and then you fight the boss, right? It seems like Hyperlight-esque, but not quite on that grand scale. Just
it's like a fraction of that, but the combat's very arcadey,
right?
And which can all be advanced, I guess, as you level up or whatever, because you do get hearts and whatnot. And so,
it seems like Heart Machine tried to make it on Game Boy.
Right, but I was just getting Four Sword vibes more than anything, like a very advanced version of that. But that's cool. It's definitely worth the money. I think that's worth checking out.
I'm kind of happy that you didn't say, this game plays like Hyperlight Drifter.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't, because Hyperlight is so advanced with its combat.
Yeah,
between like the different guns and the aiming, and then your perks of like drift, like teleporting, whatever. And then, like, the sword stuff.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot going on there.
You know that, by the way, side note, that 60 FPS thing patch hit consoles, like, not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I might have to jump back into that. See what it looks like.
Really cool.
Oh, Hyperlight.
Yeah.
I didn't have that issue.
I was kind of hoping, now, if this game was multiplayer, that would be really cool. But yeah, I like that you could solve puzzles and stuff while fighting things. And then, yeah, it's pretty neat. Definitely worth the money. I would say, like, if I had to pick between that and Mr. Shifty, like, to pick what game you would want, I would pick this one.
Yeah. And it's only $5, so that's...
Yeah. That helps.
Just don't buy Starbucks today. Done.
Or Star Wars.
Or Star Wars, as Matt learns.
I guess I'll get this out of the way, but I know you talked about it already previously. But I also dipped into that Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Girl. How do you like it?
Yeah.
I love it. I think I'm on chapter 3.
So I knew you would go way deep into I think I said that last week too, or one of the weeks.
I don't remember if I was on air or just in like a general conversation that we were having.
Because we were like, I can't do this. And I was like, Marc will take care of it for us. Marc's got the adventure mode down.
I mean, the story's whatever.
I know, but I knew. But you haven't skipped cutscenes yet, have you?
No.
See?
Yes.
That's what I mean.
I mean, the game's self-aware. It's so self-aware. Like, there's parts where I wanted to take screenshots and be like, this is so cheesy.
I do appreciate the fact that game was out years ago in Japan.
Yeah.
And they not only fully translated the text, but fully voice acted. Like, they fully... That's what makes me kind of want to...
And then you can unlock more voices for characters.
Have you done one of those yet? Because I saw you can. I just haven't earned enough.
No, I haven't done it yet. I'm still building up all that money. Fuck. I have enough to do it. I just haven't done it.
How,
I'm stuck at doing, like, chain combos with Poyos.
Because
it's like a fever mode right now.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know, like, I'm dropping it in the wrong place because if you don't complete the whole chain, it counts as a miss.
Oh, dumb.
Dang it.
You and I played this at that preview event we went to for Nintendo, and that was the one thing we walked away from, just like, can't wait for that game, but we both were like...
That's how the game to just, like, straight up pass time. Like, immediately, if you have, like, 5 minutes to kill...
Yep.
Go right into that.
That was one where we both walked out and we're like, we're great at Tetris, not so great at Puyo. I didn't give a fuck about Puyo. You were like, I want to get good at Puyo. Do you feel like playing through adventure mode is getting you good at Puyo?
A little bit. I would actually recommend the tutorials they have.
and over the adventure mode?
I think it's just like a separate mode.
Yeah. I'm saying like in terms of like learning, you would do tutorials over Puyo. Over adventure.
Probably, I would do the tutorial because they have 3 little sections, like for beginner, intermediate, and like advanced, and they teach you little tricks how to set it up. I was like, oh, so this is how you're supposed to play Puyo. I wouldn't know that. I would still keep dropping like one little chain here and there instead of building up like a big one. Like I know that's what I guess I should have known that from the start because it's kind of what you're supposed to do with Tetris. Build up a whole bunch and then you keep getting Tetrises. But like Puyo just always threw me off.
I get the idea of doing it, but I'm not good at it. Like and I can start to, and I'll start to like.
Because Tetris is very simple. You think about, you just build it up. You just got to complete a line.
Yeah,
as many as you want.
Sophisticated.
Right.
But Puyo, it's like you have to set up these chains, but it's like a chain reaction. It's like Mousetrap. You have to like one, and then like it's like 3 of them separated, and then one. So then when that color is there, breaks.
Yeah. But you have to do that like sideways and across.
And I'm not used to thinking that far ahead. Like
it's like
I barely think 2 things ahead in Tetris.
Yeah, like it makes me feel stupid.
Well, yeah, I can think far ahead in chess. I'm good at that, but this is like
because you don't have a falling.
It's
you're not
speed
timed.
chess.
It's like
I know.
It's like it's falling. You have to know where to place it, and
yeah.
But it's cool that in the full version you can hit up to ghost drop Puyos. It's an option.
And what you have to turn it on?
Yeah.
What mode?
Oh,
for Puyos, you can do ghost drop like you can do with Tetris.
All right, well, I'm gonna turn that on. Didn't know that was a thing.
Fuck, maybe we should have just looked at the options before we started bashing it.
Yeah, we did shit on that a little bit.
There's
was that and that was in the now playing video?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. I like the game. I don't think I've played it as much since Mario came out, but
yeah, I mean like it's nothing new. You know?
But it is so new.
I mean, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
But
I like having it. It's cool that I can be like, you know what? I'm gonna play some fucking Tetris.
It's cool that you can go. You don't have to press start. You can go right to the. It's like, hey, right up front. You just want to do this.
You missed it.
I didn't even know that, or I didn't even pay attention to it. I was like,
"Where?" It takes you right into like marathon mode.
Yeah.
All right, now we did talk about the game modes last week. Is there one that you like, hate?
What? I don't know the name of it.
Big Bang.
Yes, yeah. I like that one. That one's pretty neat.
Gives me too much stress.
But I'm not sure if I haven't done it against a computer or other people. I've only done it in the story mode. So in the story mode, everything is pre-set up for you.
It is.
So that's how.
So you just drop the one block.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's interesting. It's like a race online when you play it.
I like that.
You still like Fusion?
I do.
Is Fusion where they both share the same screen? I do not like that one.
Me and you were right there.
Just like I just haven't fully grasped that concept yet.
You see, that's the thing. You haven't fully. I'm getting it, and I feel like if I get better
why is a
at
giant block? How am I supposed to break this with Puyos? How am I supposed to mix Puyos with Tetris?
And then you're getting fucked on the other side of the board.
It's too much.
It's fine if they alternate.
Yeah.
Now, though, I have noticed the Fusion games are the longest games. And it's the best 2 out of 3.
I feel like it's the most frustrating.
I played Fusion between periods, Saturday night's game, and I had to quit the game after, for a 20-minute intermission. I had to quit the game in game 3 because the period was about to start.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was going on forever. It might just be that we both sucked at the game mode, but whatever.
Yeah, that was too stressful for me.
Yeah, it's too much.
I think once I get Puyo, I'm really going to like that mode.
Yeah. But yeah. But besides that, I'm still, basic Tetris guy.
Yep. It's my jam.
Tetris.
Always has been, always will be.
Never forget.
And then lastly, the one I've been, I guess, putting my most time into lately, Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap.
Pause.
Yeah.
If it had only come out on PS4, who the fuck is remaking a Master System game in 2017 to great success? But this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love everything about this. Even its flaws.
It seems really fucking cool. I want to get it.
Because they didn't touch a thing.
Right.
With the Master System version. This it's basically a port, and you have an option to play it prettier.
Right.
So
and the art looks so good too.
Yeah, that's the first thing that drew me. That's always the first thing that draws me in. I feel like I'm very shallow when it comes to some video games. And it's like art style is key.
Yeah, but it's as quick as a click of a button to jump between 8-bit and new art.
And if you click in the right stick, you can change the sound.
Oh, between 8-bit and...
Mm-hmm. So I've been playing with like Master System sound effects with the art style, like the new art style.
So
That's
good.
Because like I was trying to find who is the artist who is doing this? It's some French like comic book artist
Interesting.
or whatever. But he's really good. I wish I knew his name right now. But I was like trying to follow his stuff. It's because I noticed a similar style. Because like he has some comic that shares his style. I'm like, this looks so good. Like in motion, it's like I could watch this as a cartoon like all day.
So, what's the premise of Wonder Boy? Because it's got a cool story, right?
You're sent into this castle to slay some dragon, and then something curses you, transforms you into some lizard man.
Yeah.
And you're going through all these different levels. It's basically like a Castlevania-esque type game with a navigation. So there's different zones that you have to walk to, and with those boss fights and whatnot. And then every time you beat a boss, that little cursed thing comes back and transforms you into another animal. So the whole point is to get back to being human.
Got it.
So I'm like, I don't know how far I am, but I have like, there's probably only 1 or 2 transformations I haven't done yet. So right now I'm a lion.
What
Because there's like, and they all have their own abilities as well. Like Lizardman spits fire, and he can like crouch, I guess, because other characters can't. You have the Piranha Man, which doesn't look like a piranha at all. Just looks like an old Zora from like A Link to the Past. But obviously he's good for swimming. You have a mouse. You can run on walls. You can be upside down. Lion, he's just very strong. Has like a good overhead attack. And I know there's a bird that you can be, which I haven't gotten yet. And then there's, I think, like one other one, maybe? I don't know. But yeah. But I think the Master System version, it's actually like the 3rd installment in the series of Wonder Boy. If I remember correctly.
I'm looking now.
And then like the same company that made this game is working on, I think, a title that's related to that franchise called like Monster Boy or something like that.
Okay.
So,
yeah. I remember a bunch of them were coming out on PS3 a few years ago, and it was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, and like when I saw this, like looking at screenshots, seeing the hearts, and like looking like this looks like a 2D action game, I was getting like Zelda 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Like looks from it, but then I realized, oh, it's not that. It's actually more like a Castlevania, except you just build up your hearts and whatnot just through finding treasure chests and stuff. Like, it's I like it a lot. It gets frustrating when you're navigating somewhere and you can't get past a certain part, and then you died and you have to start back at the main village. That's annoying, but it's also not. Things aren't that far away either, so. It's all about like trial and error, and you're learning how to deal with certain enemies and knowing like not to fight every single thing that's in front of you. Pick your battles and whatnot.
I gotta pick it up. I think
and then I did like a neat little glitch where if I keep transitioning between the 2 modes of like the art style and then the old retro stuff, because it's like a screen wipe.
Right.
It comes across and does it. That's the transition. But I hit mashed the button so fast that I got it like frozen in the middle.
So you've got half old, half new?
Yeah. Just to mess with it. It didn't break the game. I thought I like, crap, is this going to be like this when I boot it back up?
Right.
Or whatever.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
It's all good. Yeah. That's like a $30 game, I think. Or 20.
I thought it was 20, yeah.
Maybe 20.
It looks good, though.
Huh? They said not so bad 20, but 30. Yikes.
It looks good. For what they did.
Yeah, if it wasn't for an art style, I probably wouldn't have cared.
Yeah. And what's weird is like I'd want to play it Master System style, but if it was just that,
I
would
did
be
here
like,
and there, and I'm just like, these don't look good at all.
Yeah, Master System didn't have it the way NES did.
Yeah. But I
That
kind of
was-
hope they do that with other like.
Yeah.
Like I wish more games did this.
Yeah, me too.
Also, Master Chief Collection does that.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that's such a good option to have.
It's always good when you can do it on the fly, just like
Yeah,
and
you just
in
click
like
in
a
the
frame,
stick or hit a button
in a frame.
and like boom.
Well, that's a white, but yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
Like,
it is
Xbox
fine.
was like what the select button to like switch
Yeah,
between
something like
them.
that.
Yeah, but now I want Zelda 2 like this.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Oh man, apparently there's a thing called a virtual console.
No, but like if you take the concept art that they had,
Oh,
turn that into like
Oh, you want like the
like hand drawn art stuff.
That'd
Like
be
maybe
really good.
next. There is your excuse to buy these games again.
What? On Virtual Console?
I would be okay with buying them again if they added that.
That's a lot of work to put in there.
Well,
But like there's so much detail in the art. It's amazing. So
It's a lot of work.
well, it's not my problem.
I don't think you're gonna get a $5 game of that. Like that amount of work makes Zelda 2 not $5. It makes it $20.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, then if you're fine with that, it's fine.
but yeah, that's what I've been playing.
How are you still liking the Switch?
It's become more convenient more than ever.
Yeah.
It's also I still play it in the bathroom.
Perfect.
You have to.
Yeah. I'm like, oh man, I gotta poop. Well, wait, gotta bring the Switch with me.
Yeah, I've yet to do that one. I'm just like, I'm gonna leave it on the dock.
Oh, this guy's seen some things.
Where I just like whatever I'm doing on the Switch, I can just pause it. It gives me time to read email and shit. And shit, literally. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh.
But I'm proud of you both. You know, that's good. That's good news.
But yeah, I'm really liking it. I don't know. I feel like the Switch can only get better from here
Yeah.
in terms of like improvement with like its software.
Yeah. No.
Save my credit information, please.
God,
Oh,
that'd be
that's
great.
fucking annoying. I
That'd be
forgot about
real
that.
great. Especially when like I am in my sweatpants and my wallet's in my jean pants that are all the way upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, I've got the credit
This
card
has been my
information.
save it grace. This
Well,
case.
I've got it saved in like autofill information in
Right,
my
or
settings.
like, I mean, I know they have the
So I can
option
pull
where
it
it's
there,
like
but
you can add as much as you want to it, or like a select number.
I'm not doing that fucking shit.
Right, because you never know how much you're really gonna spend.
I know eventually I'll spend it, but
Yeah,
right
but,
now
like,
I'm not
but-
looking to drop $100.
Right, in the time being, it's like that money can be better used for other things right now instead of just being reserved in my Switch.
Yeah.
So
Matt, what you been playing on that there Nintendo Switch or elsewhere?
Well, on the Switch,
Yes.
Mario Kart
Oh, I've heard of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
8 Deluxe.
Yeah, me too.
Mario Kart. I'm kind of mad I missed out on it on the Wii U, but I'm not mad because this is really freaking good.
I think it's good that you missed out.
Yeah, me too. Because I'm not feeling fatigued that much.
That was my fear with a lot of people who like played the Wii U version. Then it's like oh, it's just another port. I already know what to expect.
So
There's nothing new.
I think I was super excited day one. Got it. Holy shit, it's Mario Kart. Oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah, we played for hours.
We played for a long time. Now I'm playing more of it, and I'm still enjoying my time. It's still great. It's still Mario Kart. It's still the best tracks in the world. But there's not a lot to unlock. Other than like the
Because
cart
everything's
pieces.
like basically unlocked.
Everything's there.
besides the card stuff.
And like, to be fair, everything was there the first time around. Like all the tracks were there. You could jump into whatever you wanted.
But not the CCs. You had to earn those.
You had to earn
NieR
mirror mode.
200,
And
right?
then the
Well, 200
was
was
DLC.
DLC.
But
Yeah.
I think
It came in a free update.
was there a 150 or a 100?
150 was there
Was it?
from the start. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you had to unlock it for some reason. No, but yeah, I guess it's just mirror mode. Yeah.
It was just mirror mode you had to unlock, but it was still like you were working towards something.
Yeah,
Like
but you have
this, you're just working toward the trophies.
You have all the DLC,
Yeah, you've got everything. And you do get the cool gold Mario.
which is good because it's like, I guess that's the one perk for people who have played it before. It's like you don't have to worry about stressing to like buy the DLC again or
Yeah, yeah,
set the
yeah.
transactions or whatever. It's just,
But I wish that like they added like maybe some characters, hide them away.
yeah, I think
I
they
don't
could-
know.
I think they could do without some characters.
Who would you
Oh.
drop?
Be careful.
All the metal ones.
Yep.
Rose Gold Peach, Metal Mario are useless.
It's not Rose Gold Peach. It's something else.
Oh, rose pink.
That's
Rose
it.
Pink. That's right.
Or pink
That's-
gold.
yep.
Pink gold.
Pink gold. I'm thinking of the DS Lite. That was that color. It was rose gold. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Rose gold is literally a type of gold. Why am I? It was
Yeah,
like metallic rose
Metallic rose.
was the name for the DS Lite. That's what I was thinking this whole time. But yes, those
No, yeah,
metal
pink
characters
gold.
can go.
They're not.
You could have put other
Pink
characters
Gold
there.
Peach.
Like
Metal
other,
Mario.
like it could have been anybody besides another version of Mario or Peach.
Yeah. Except for the fact that it was just easy for them to repaint.
Right, and
the
Metal Mario
existing
only exists
model.
because of Smash Brothers
I know.
or Mario 64, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Probably that one.
Yeah, probably that one.
Probably that one. Who else would you cut?
What's the? You have the roster.
I can go back to the roster. You better fucking be careful who you say next, though.
Roy.
No. there's the roster right there.
The babies.
I'm not crazy about the babies, but I know people who like the babies.
Like
All I need is Baby Luigi and Baby Mario.
Like I think they're okay. Baby Mario is the most understanding to have.
Sure.
Like Tanuki Mario.
Tanuki Mario's been my jam, dude.
Well then keep that one and then get rid of Classic Mario.
I'm also fine. Like what I like about it is there are.
I'm just thinking there should only be one version of each character.
I think having a bunch of different weird variety. Have
or
costumes
if it's just
for them.
I mean, it's just a costume, right?
No, Tanuki Mario has a different horn sound. He has the tail wiggle.
Well, then maybe like when you pick Mario, have options of what costume you want and like all that. Like what style of Mario do you want?
oh,
And
weird.
just-
Another game does that. I think it's called Smash Bros.
They have to it.
Mm.
Not every character.
Right.
Some
That's
are
true.
some are split.
I don't hate this
Mario,
though.
Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
I miss Diddy Kong. That's like the one I want.
Yeah,
Like,
Diddy Kong would make sense.
If we could cut someone to add someone, yeah.
Because he was in Double Dash.
Yes, I know. Double Dash. Many years
Yeah.
spent there.
I'm kind of okay with everything else.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah.
But you're enjoying it.
I'm
Wait,
highly enjoying it.
Go. Oh,
But he has all the colors though. doesn't
Koopa
he?
needs to be Paratroopa. I'm sorry.
Doesn't Koopa have all the colors? Oh no, well you just
You know, you need a red shell with the wings. Like that's the best.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have. Oh, alright. Well, that's how much I use Koopa.
But Dry Bones is top tier with those.
Do you and I had a weird thing the other night when we were playing where you just kept staring into walls.
Oh yeah, the Joy-Con issue. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
We
Was it the
still don't
left
know if it
Joy-Con?
was the Joy-Con.
We still don't know if it was the Joy-Con or us being
It
online.
would have been the left Joy-Con though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it because like maybe it's just the same issue that some other games have, where it's just like when you're
It was
switching
weird,
between
though.
nodes and there's like somebody intercepting between it like fucks with it.
Well, we were playing online, and I kind of maybe was thinking lag.
But I had no problem.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's some weird on
And
the
I was pro
servers, and I was getting it instead of you. I'm willing to dismiss it because we holding it the same exact way I was holding it in the same position. We immediately jumped out and went back offline just to see, and it seemed fine.
Yeah, I don't know. But other than that, I mean, that was the only weird hiccup. The game's really good.
But I enjoy having all the things open right away, so that way I can dodge all the shit looking tracks or Grand Prix. I can kind of dodge them, so I don't have to do it in order to unlock everything. I can be like, oh, I don't feel like doing that track. Let me just skip to the DLC Grand Prix. So
I do like how you can put heavy characters into little carts.
Yeah, it's fun.
So this makes me want Captain Falcon.
God, I know.
Inside of his own little cart version of the Blue Falcon.
Yeah.
So you just see his knees sticking out.
Yep.
You know, it's getting all serious, the grin on his face.
I really just want.
They have his cart. They have his stage. They have 2 stages.
I know.
Put him in.
I want this to be the next
costume.
make Mario Kart 8 Deluxe the platform. Give me some DLC at E3. Let's add Star Fox. Let's add Samus. Let's add Falcon.
This is what I've been wanting.
Let's go all in. You're gonna
All-star
do this
everything.
shit. Just fucking do it. Still
Smash
call it
Mouth,
Mario Kart. I'm
everything.
okay. Yes, but I'm okay. Call it Mario Kart. Call it Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. And when you do Mario Kart 9, fine, keep it going. But
they are lacking a cup.
what do you mean?
There should be one more cup. There should be the Baby Park Cup.
No.
It's 4 courses in a straight row of Baby Park. Because 28 laps of Baby Park.
Now you
Can't
see
go wrong
why
with
I
that.
want the baby characters cut? Because then you wouldn't have this course.
I'm in. Kick them out. Fuck them.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I kind of never noticed that as much as I've seen that track.
No.
No, dude. No.
But
You need this track in your
Mario
life.
Kart 8, super dope. The one dopest thing about it, I'll talk a little bit about a game I've been playing later on, but it has totally renewed my interest in some of these franchises again.
Like other Nintendo games?
Yeah.
Huh.
Just being in different levels and stuff, I'm like, fuck, yes.
That's what Smash did for me.
Smash always does that. Yeah.
But it did it more so in the GameCube era.
Yeah. Yeah, because everything was so new and weird, and you're like, what's this weird boy
when
with the
Fire
bat?
Emblem happened, I was like, what? And then the
Yeah.
trophies, I would just read them. I would just spend my time just reading them.
I was thinking yesterday, side note, about to follow up Fire Emblem Heroes, you do Advance Wars Heroes. And then I know what you're thinking. How are you going to do Advance Wars? Got no waifus to buy. Create waifus.
Advanced Wars definitely has characters.
I know.
They definitely have waifus.
But you build it up. You make it just as big. Like, don't take no for an answer. People are like, oh, all these naysayers. Can't have Advance Wars. Fire Emblem's too big.
Wait, you're saying Heroes?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking Warriors.
Right. I'm talking about the phone game.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm
Make
not
military
gonna,
versions of Fire Emblem characters.
Do it. Bring it. Bring it.
Can I? 2 more things about Mario Kart. 1, finally played 200cc with you the other day.
Yeah,
I love that mode.
Is 200 preferred?
No, I hate it.
It's not preferred yet, but once I get good at it, it's going to be preferred. And I was
get there.
already starting to get good at it.
I'm just more of an arcade racer, so I just like to gun it and go. I don't like to have to use the brake
I like
button.
that brake. Oh, it's just a mechanic.
I was never good at Mario Kart.
Sometimes
it's like
sometimes you don't have to be. Sometimes you just get the luck of the draw.
Because it depends on it depends on the race. It doesn't matter technically how good you are, because once you get hit once, you are screwed until the rest of the race. You might have been first for like the first 2 laps, and then the second you get hit by one thing,
it is a motherfucker. Like when you're
they're
just
out
like
for blood, and it is messed up the way whatever place you in to get whatever items you get. Like
they
need to change that.
That and it just keeps like.
Like 5th place
You're like
gets a blue
red
shell, probably.
and then you start driving red shell, red shell,
Blue shell.
Oof, sucks.
Fireballs.
You go from first to last, and
it's the most. And then everybody thinks of that little clip of Daisy getting effed and
yeah.
I'm glad that's come back around again. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I know.
It hurts watching that.
I'm sorry.
Number 2, this has turned into my favorite selfie simulator.
Fuck you.
Wait,
so what I like to do...
Elaborate.
So what I like to do, because Roy is such a good-looking character.
Sure.
With his awesome sunglasses and his pink shell.
Yeah, it matches his butthole.
What I like to do is get Roy in good certain positions with certain characters behind me. Mm-hmm. Mostly I try to get Joe. And I go to the rear-facing camera and then just take the snapshot.
Is it a screenshot?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been like we were playing online the other night, and there was another Roy in the thing. So Matt didn't care about winning that round. He just wanted to get as close as he could to the other Roy, and then take as many self. I'm sure if I open up my Switch and go through the gallery.
Did you see that clip? I think it's Rosalina. She's like at the finish line, but doesn't cross it yet.
That's me winning a race with Joe in the background right there. There's Joe at Baby Park.
I made a good video of me as Donkey Kong, and I was like. Somebody was about to hit me with a bomb, and I like jumped out of it.
I remember that one.
That's me in Ribbon Road inked. I can't see.
That is black.
There was a guy at work, Brandon.
It's a lot of that. The same.
Dude.
I think we talked about it last week, but he showed me a video of him about to get hit with a blue shell. It was like literally circling and dropping, but just prior to the blue shell launching, lightning had hit, so there was a dropped mushroom. Right as it went to crash, he hits the mushroom, escapes the blast radius. It was the coolest thing in the world.
Oh, I just wanted one more screenshot grab. This is Roy being a boss, no-look driving.
Yeah, Roy's our boy.
Yeah, there's a clip of Rosalina at the finish line, doesn't cross it, has a shell ready, a green shell, starts to reverse and goes like horizontal, and then like Luigi hits it. But because it's one line or whatever, or just the way they do it in slow motion, like Luigi technically crossed the line, but because of the shell, it pushed him back. And then Rosalina was able to go. Rosalina was ready to go, and then like once he got hit with the shell, it was like it was about to push him forward, I think, to the finish line, and then her tire just went right over it, and it was like first place. Like what a dick, but that's so good.
Did you break your kickstand? Give me it.
I'd give up. That kickstand's a piece of junk.
Guess that's what you get for showing off Roy.
No, fuck that. No.
What the fuck?
I don't know what happened.
Oh, is it stuck closed?
Yeah.
You have to line up the symbols so it doesn't get locked. No, that's the Joy-Cons.
What? Oh.
I was going to say, you're not telling me about the Joy-Cons for this kickstand too, right?
Mario Kart's out. Mario Kart's a good game.
Mario Kart's awesome.
Yeah. That's everything you played, right?
No, I got a couple other things.
Oh, yeah?
I just got to throw them out there because I just played them so much. MLB The Show.
Yeah.
Hit a walk-off dong last night.
A walk-off dong.
Just say yes and carry on.
So you hit someone in the wiener and they walked it off.
A donger is a hard hit. It's you just
Into the crowds.
nailing them. Dongers.
That was a good click.
Thank you. It's my tongue.
Wow.
I can use my
Very
tongue inside my mouth
For those
I can't-
dongs.
for those dongs.
I was very drunk that night as well because of the Capitals playing earlier, so
Sure.
I felt very proud about that moment. 2, Hearthstone.
Mm.
There's my reaction.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
There you go.
Then
I
4.
think that was it. I think that was everything you played.
No,
Oh.
a new platform.
Oh, a new platform.
It's called the App Store.
Oh, God.
Is this real?
Oh,
you look at what
Sorry,
he...
I peeked. Is this real?
This
So-
is very real. This is very real.
Go ahead, Matt. What's that other thing you've been playing?
I took advantage of the 420 joke that is the Wiz Khalifa weed farm,
It's real.
and I am playing the fuck out of this game.
Is that a gumball machine?
No, this is all my weed.
No, back here.
Oh, that is a gumball machine. You can't do anything with it. It's just there for aesthetic, as well as that bong that just keeps puffing smoke.
So you're...
This is good.
Define good.
Like, a good time waster. It's essentially Farmville with weed, but there's not. You really don't have to do the bullshit of buying stuff with real money to get good at this game.
You can Facebook Connect.
I didn't though, because I'm not a douchebag.
Sign him into his Facebook while he's not paying attention. Make it post a bunch of statuses
So
about
yeah,
weed.
you'll see here. There's
They got rupees.
I don't
They're
know
called
what they are.
Wheaties.
Oh, hey, they're good for sports. Full circle.
So there's 9
See?
plots here. There's 9 plots for the farm.
Oh, farm. Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about story plots. I was like, Matt, I'm done. I can't.
And then you each one you put a different type of weed in there.
He says woof.
For instance, start off California Kush.
Oh, okay.
What are the other ones?
Wait, can you make? Does the dog have sound?
No. He might. I don't know. Well, let's turn it on. Oh shit.
We don't have to.
Yeah,
I just want to hear him say woof.
I meant because
No, he doesn't bark.
I thought there was gonna be music.
Oh
You said no. There's no music.
no. Well, there
It's
is.
a Wiz Khalifa game and there's no music.
I can cue music if I need to, but I won't. I'm gonna put it back on vibrate. But yeah, Blue Dream,
Blue Dream, sure.
Gorilla Glue,
Gorilla Glue.
Skywalker OG. I got that private reserve, and this is where.
Why are you doing that with your hand? What happened to
OG.
you? What the fuck?
So
His hand's broken.
So with private reserve, this brings up one of the mechanics. After you discover all of the original 9 weed, you then start opening up jars, and why they're look like piss cup jars, I don't know why.
You know.
But you start opening these jars, and you start finding new strains. Once you start to find new strains,
Yeah.
they get you more money
Oh, got it.
to then continue to grow more weed.
Ah, good.
So there's 27 types of weed.
Mm-hmm.
I found 10 of 27.
Whew. So you got some time to go.
I got some time to go.
He has until November.
That's the best time for that joke.
What happens when you hit 27? What do you do next?
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe the game will introduce a new mechanic. Maybe it'll be updated by then.
Maybe you start distributing, and then
Maybe you have to
you
run
make,
from the
you,
cops.
you
for
make a
then.
special kind, and you make people become cannibals, and they strip their clothes off. And
But what's really cool
Like
is,
these
so
things.
yeah, it's one of those things where you have to wait around for the coins. However, and this is where I would say this is the hook. You see this little Jeep SUV kind of thing here in the corner? So instead of just cutting off the weed to sell for profit, which you don't do, you just kind of swipe the weed plants here and it gives you the money and it just keeps accumulating. If you hit this Jeep right here, you then harvest the weed. You start over. You have to replant and redevelop the chain of of how fast you get the coins you need.
Sure.
However, another currency, cash. Not real cash, like in-game currency cash.
Yeah.
By harvesting the weed, you get cash.
Okay.
That cash gives you power-ups that keep carrying over each harvest. So you can keep getting cash and doubling your profits, tripling your profits, quadrupling your profits. Zang's a damn, you're just making more money because you just harvested your weed.
dank.
Do you think you're learning a lot about weed now? Like, do you feel like a good...
I'm not really learning a lot about weed more than weed names.
Oh, wait.
okay.
What I said earlier about selling it to people who become like cannibals or zombies or whatever. Then you turn these into your protection.
Oh, I
They
forgot to
become
turn back on my
weapons.
UV light. Shit.
Weeds versus zombies.
So this is the fun part, really. This is a demo as well for Mobile Strike and
That's the Arnold Schwarzenegger game.
yeah,
right?
and then what's the one with Kate Upton?
Game of War.
Yeah. So when you watch ads, sometimes the ads let you play a little bit of Mobile Strike. So I'm turning on my UV light, 2x profits, and you need to watch this little ad, turn it on.
Right.
Same thing with the Harvesting.
Interesting.
And you can't buy your way out of an ad, right? I mean, like, there's no, like, pay 99 cents to unlock the ad-free version.
Oh, no, not like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can do in-game currency to kind of get some shortcuts and increase your profits a lot faster. But who needs to do that? This is,
We
growing
get
weed
quality
takes
entertainment while you're,
growing weed takes some time.
Sure, we know that.
And
Everybody knows that.
this game has replaced the Switch in the bathroom.
I guess that's good for something then.
And it's bad. I'm addicted when the first thing I think of in the morning is, oh shit, I get to swipe all the
Weed's
coins.
not addictive, Matt.
Well, it's the state of mind that becomes addictive, really. So,
This is a good game.
did you ever play any of the other ones, like Simpsons Tapped Out?
That's what I was thinking
Fuck
of.
no.
You say fuck no, and you're over
Fuck
here
no.
playing Wiz Khalifa's Weed Farm.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah. Why not? Why not play Wiz Khalifa's Wii Farm?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that of all the, in the last decade, the opportunities you've had to play games like this.
I feel like this is less of a game and more of like a fidget device. It's like something to calm your like OCD.
Go ahead.
Like,
Mark, swipe away. Get those coins from me.
okay, why?
Yeah. Doesn't that feel good?
Mark, put your phone away. Don't download it.
I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I downloaded it 420 times.
Yeah, buddy.
It's not going away.
It's not going.
This is
No, they
frustrating.
keep accumulating.
Why they're cops?
Don't worry, they're not gonna shut you down. They're cool cops. Not the rat ones.
Yeah, no, fuck them.
Yeah,
Fuck the cops.
I was about to not recommend this game to people because I thought it was giving me battery issues. Nope, just my phone.
You had to
I
turn,
had
that
to turn
thing
it off,
and back
turn
on.
it back on. Battery problems away.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
This is great.
I'm
Revolutionary, I would say.
I'm surprised.
I'm going to keep playing waifu simulators. Fire Emblem.
I'll have one of those for you next week.
Oh, God.
And just to let you know where I'm at in this game, for those that might be playing it, and just to tell you how much time I have sunk into this, I am a level 15 head herbalist.
I hate.
I'm very close to
don't
level
know.
60. I wonder
I
what.
don't know if the herb was intentional.
Maybe you want to read it. Yeah.
No,
herb.
I mean, because it's herbalist.
Herb.
I think you're just saying herb. Because
I
just
said it
remember before
wrong.
you.
I did say it wrong.
Okay.
Herb.
I remember before
It's the sweet
you
herb.
hated that.
Oh, I got some jars. Hold on.
Then you did weed and everything changed.
That's what happens.
All right, so I got a new strand of California Kush.
Oh.
Friend back.
I will double my profits once I complete the entire thing.
So if I play
It's pieces. It's like you have to get 4 pieces of the strain, and then
If I play
Yeah.
Scruff McGruff's crime solving simulator,
Hmm.
can I link to your game and take a bite out of crime?
no, you can't. I didn't see
And
that
get some of
feature
those
in
nugs
there.
from you?
I want to apologize to the developers of Mr. Shifty for the fact that we spent more time talking about Wiz Khalifa's Weed Farm than we
Hell
did your
no.
game.
Nah, don't be ashamed at all.
I didn't say ashamed. I said I'm deeply apologetic.
This game's dope. I don't like.
Of course it is.
Yeah, that
Oh, there we go. Hit level 16.
Enough said.
Level 16 home grower now. Oh my god. Yeah. So when you hit a new level, that's when Wiz Khalifa pops up. He's
You know
like,
what
"Good job, bruh."
You know what got me thinking?
Is that his
though?
whole involvement?
Pretty much.
Talking about both of these, Mr. Shifty and that has now.
Oh, there he is,
The
grow
song
mode.
Tricky. Replace it with Shifty.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Now,
There's
now
Wiz.
there
There he is.
In all his glory.
When's it coming to Switch?
It should be on Switch.
Jesus. Did you play anything else this week, Matt?
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa wait for him. Hold on, I took notes for the show. Let me make sure I hit all my bullet points I want to talk about for Wiz Khalifa's Wii Farm. I did.
Good. I'm glad. We'll tune in next week. We'll find out how many of 27 you've reached at this point. I'm going to set a reminder to remind me in a week.
You don't have to
ask
remind you. I keep bringing it up
Great,
at work like
good.
I have been all week.
Perfect. Can't wait. I played Luigi's Mansion 2 again. That playing Mario Kart 8, playing in that new battle mode in Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, right.
Seeing all that stuff. Mode. Yeah, battle mode's pretty dope. But being in like big HD Luigi's Mansion, I was like, kind of really wish they would do Luigi's Mansion 3.
And he was saying it just like that as we were playing.
I can see that happening, though.
I can, too. I actually saw like somebody's prediction list or like wish list that was like Luigi's Mansion 3 retro. And I was like, oh, shit. I'd be okay with that. I still want Metroid, but I'd be okay if retro was doing Luigi's Mansion 3.
I'd rather Metroid.
Who did the other Luigi Mansions?
The first one was, I think, EAD.
I miss EAD.
The other one was
F-Zero as well.
Luigi's Mansion 2, or Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon as it's called here. I'm just calling it 2 forever. Was Next Level Games, who did Punch Out for Wii.
Okay.
And last year's breakout hit Federation Force. Metroid Prime Federation Force.
Okay.
Did that game at least play well?
I think so.
Okay.
What,
I'm going to buy it
Force?
eventually.
Besides it just being
slow.
a big middle finger.
It was just slow.
I played the Blast Ball demo and I didn't care for it. But
just
the game itself, I feel like it wasn't.
The game is playable. It's just slow. I don't know if you like that or not. That's subjective.
But.
Nah.
But I'm like borderline about to play. I need some Metroid. Let's leave it at that. But Luigi's Mansion 2. Mario Kart kind of kicked me, but having not really gone too far in it, like I played through that first area, and then that was kind of it. And then like I took 2 years off from it, went back and really just played through that first area again and nothing more. Now I'm into the second. It's like the first place, it's a mansion just like you kind of remember.
Right.
But then the second one is, it's like a different house, different building. Like, so you're going to different mansions and different layouts. That's what I thought,
and there's like multiple areas.
The puzzles in this game are really, really good. Like, better than I remember from the first one.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Just given time.
But like the way they kind of build the world, the way they create all of that stuff, it's just neat wandering through and solving different puzzles, finding different ghosts, finding like secrets, finding like weird areas. Like last night I was wandering through the basement of one of them and I was like, where's this path go? Walked back, then it was like, hey, I think I could vacuum that off. Oh, I can. Oh, I can walk through this secret. Oh, there's a boo. And boos are like special ones to find, you know?
Yeah, that's right, because there's other little ghosties.
Yeah. It's cool. I think like playing through Breath of the Wild, doing that thing where I was just like, not looking anything up, not doing it, just gonna wander and see what I find. I kind of, that's stuck with me a little bit since Breath of the Wild, that like just retaining that sense of discovery. I can't remember the
last time I used a guide. Like a real strategy guide for something.
I mean, like, it's always just, but even like if I'm not using a real strategy guide, I've been like, how do you do this?
Yeah,
like,
you Google
you know.
Yeah, I've done it when it's like I ran out of options. I'm like, I know what I need to do. I think this is how you do it. I just want to make sure if I'm correct.
See, and that's my thing is
and
like,
then if I am correct, then I just keep reading it.
With Breath of the Wild, yeah, that's the problem, right?
But if I'm
Breath
not
of the
correct,
Wild,
like,
I tried to remove that crutch entirely, because even though I wouldn't like go too far sometimes, you still like.
Like, my mistake was the most basic thing. Just look at the map.
What was yours?
Because I was inside the Divine Beast.
Oh,
and
right,
I didn't
right,
know
right.
the map rotated the freaking beast.
Yeah, stuff like that. Where,
like, you're not going to find that. Really.
But that one...
I don't feel bad looking at a guide because
I just feel like
you'll never think of that if you're unaware.
But I did think... It took me 3 hours of fucking with that stupid Divine Beast. Yeah, I got pissed off. I left. I went somewhere else. And then I eventually...
Yeah, I saw every puzzle there that I could not reach. And I knew how to solve them.
Yeah.
Without even being at them. I was like, I know what I need to do. Just for some reason, I can't get to it. How do I get to it?
It was fucked.
Don't tell me the rest.
Yeah.
Just point me in a direction.
But I kept doing it. And then eventually I came back and I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And I started looking at the map and looking. And I was like, wait a second. Oh, wait a second. You just kind of, it clicks eventually. But that was much more rewarding to me than being like, dear IGN, what do you do?
Did it really take you guys that long to realize the beast rotated?
Yes.
The lizard one. I did the elephant first, and I knew I could move the trunk with the map, but it was my fault because I skipped the dialogue with the little things. I was like, all right, I'm another Divine Beast, I know what to do.
See,
that was my fault.
It was the elephant that held me up the longest. Once I figured out the elephant, the rest of them I knew you could obviously move. But yeah, the elephant.
But I didn't know I could flip the whole lizard over.
I just kept fucking with it until like things happened.
Well, man, spoilers.
Yeah. Hey, look at your map, people.
I beat the game, by the way. You know that, right?
No, last
No.
time I checked, you were struggling.
No, I beat the game
Oh well,
with only 2 divine beasts.
congrats.
Sorry, they said go beat Ganon.
I know.
I'm going to say it again on the podcast for like the 3rd time now.
Because I knew it was like if you didn't
Probably.
fight him outside, you had to fight him on the inside, and that was a struggle for you. You didn't have enough weapons.
Yep.
And... Cool.
But he got him. No Master Sword?
I think I only got.
Hell no, who needs that shit?
I got like moderately spoiled with one thing related to Ganon.
Well,
It's not even him. It's like something that he uses.
we'll wait. We'll
Yeah.
wait till when we go to break. But yeah, like going through Breath of the Wild and doing a thing where I was like, no, I'm not looking anything up. Like I'm doing the same thing with a lot of things. I did it with NieR, and now I'm doing it with Luigi's Mansion. Just like there's something refreshing about it. I really encourage anybody playing something new for the first time.
Just figuring it out.
Just do
I
it.
think that's why most people like the Soul series.
Yeah, totally. Because when those games first come out, but like that's my thing. Like I know, and that's you and I played through Bloodborne. It was like I gotta look this shit up. I don't know what the fuck to do. But think about had you not that sense of just like wander and discovery, and
Yeah.
it would have been good.
How have I never found the Forbidden Forest? Or what's
Oh,
that?
you would have been fine.
It's not the Forbidden Forest. That's
Eh.
Harry Potter. Forgotten Woods.
Forbidden Woods.
Something like that. Yeah.
You would have been fine. But Luigi's Mansion really good. It's the one thing weird about Luigi's Mansion is playing on the 3DS again from Switch a lot because you're
Yeah.
like, this is a portable thing. Now I've been primarily playing my Switch docked, so I'm not getting so much the impression this is a portable console. But yeah, having 3DS, it's just like it's a different beast. But I like it. I like still playing on that thing,
That's fine.
and Nintendo
You know.
seems to like it too. They're supporting it through 2018.
They've always seemed to do that.
I know.
That's fine. I mean, PlayStation, some of their best games happened at the very end.
Yeah.
No,
God of
it's-
War
it's-
2 comes to
it's-
mind.
It's weird. It's just like, hey, do this a little sooner, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Last week, where did I leave off with NieR?
You had started. Yeah, that's right. You had started BB-8s or A1s
Nope.
playthrough.
Nope. A2?
Sorry, A1. Sorry.
Got it. That's the one.
Sauce.
I had started that one.
Yeah, you had started it. You talked about she cut off her hair, Britney Spears style.
Great. Not Britney Spears style.
You said the same exact thing a week ago
Right,
now.
yeah, no, not Britney Spears style. So, yeah, I beat A2's playthrough, which is ending C. And then subsequently I got endings D and ending E.
How many are there?
There's 26.
Each letter of the alphabet.
There's 26 endings, but there are 5 main story endings.
No, I mean my like shocking look is like a positive one.
Yeah,
I'm like I've never seen a game
but
with that many endings.
The other endings are all quick little whatever. So, for
Right.
example, like one of them I got the other day was
No, that's kind of how some fighting games are.
yeah.
Heavy Rain.
Yeah. No, the other day I did one with A2 by accident where I don't even remember what it was. I was walking and I was in the middle of a mission and it was telling me to do something and I was like, yeah, I'm going. And then it was just like A2 decided to abandon everything and just go do whatever she wanted. So, and then it just goes like, and the credits zip by and then it takes you back to the title screen.
Huh.
But you pick up your save and you have a new letter under your save file. So eventually you'll have
That's well
A
done.
through Z.
From what you said.
Well, that's what you get to
really
be able to experience them all under one save and not
Totally, yeah.
play the game 26 different times.
Right. No, and that's the
Because fuck that.
really cool thing about ending E is kind of like I did not expect that big of an emotional impact from this game
It's
at
funny
all.
for ending E.
For any of this, not
I
really.
was like, because E, that's
E is the
funny.
one.
That's funny since NieR is from ending E and Drakengard.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, shit. I never knew that.
So I think that was intentional.
Huh.
But even if I describe to you how ending E begins, you'd be like, how the fuck does that?
Even though I know the lore.
You don't know the lore. You don't know what's happening here. I promise you don't.
I mean, not with this game. I don't.
I mean, like
the previous stuff I do.
Yeah, but this you.
So having that prior knowledge to those games wouldn't matter with. Okay, that's cool.
Nope. No, this is totally different. Like the reason that ending E was so impactful really had not much to do with the story at all. It was like something completely outside of it entirely, which
something made you think about.
Yeah, like this game definitely like kind of tapped into the weird parts of my brain that you kind of like. Ow. You kind of like you have those thoughts like. I don't know.
That's just me normally.
Yeah, but there's like those moments where like it's dark and you're just in bed and you're like drifting off and like you're entering dream world and you're like you're taken somewhere weird and then you kind of think something first. All those like fleeting moments you never have enough time to even like sink yourself into. Yeah. That's where NieR just takes you for 30 hours.
I like that.
It just pulls you in every direction. Like
sounds comfy.
Yeah, it is.
You just said something there. You just said 30 hours.
I did.
So this next couple playthroughs not nearly as long as the first two for you.
Correct.
Okay. I was gonna say there has to be a breaking point somewhere.
I would say every endings ABC 10 hours apiece.
So like, every time you boot it back up, does it take you to a certain checkpoint in the game that you just replay?
It just takes you like literally like it's almost like a save state when you save. So when you save somewhere, it just takes you right there. Well, takes you to the closest like it's like a vending machine.
I was gonna say like if you made a save right before making a big choice, like a fork in the road, you can go back to that save and pick the other choice and be like, I wonder what would happen if I went this route. And
I'm not gonna answer that.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
There, just
we can't talk about this game anymore.
Just because of there's cool surprises I don't want to give away.
That's fair. That's fair.
I will say that if you save this game, there are basically when you play as the characters are androids, so they upload all of their data to a server,
the cloud.
And if they are, and the server's on the moon, right? Do you guys know all that part? Do we know like the basics of the story?
I have no idea.
For this one, not entirely.
All right.
I think I know why that. So, I know why she exists as like a race, I guess.
So I'm gonna give you the whole the 30-second boom. Ready? Humanity became infected with some shit. Aliens come from space, start attacking humanity. Humanity flees to the moon, creates the androids to go back to Earth to fight the machines that the aliens left behind. The machines are not quite as advanced as the androids, who very much resemble us, but they're androids. But they still have sort of some weird consciousness going on. Whatever. So you, for the first playthrough as 2B, a unit, military-esque unit.
It's 30.
Huh?
It's 30 seconds.
Oh, sorry. You're playing through to try and stop the machines, basically. Like, that's the basic plot.
Yeah.
But how each character interacts with one another, the history behind Yorha, the glory for mankind. But Yorha's the big the organization that created the androids and everything. Like everything there, how it all weaves together, how you tie into it, how it just. Ugh.
You should go play the other.
I want to now. Like I am completely sold on Yoko Taro at this point.
But I guess you have to do the PS3
Maybe
one.
that's fine.
Which is, I think aesthetically is the better one.
Yeah, no, I would do that.
That's Gestalt.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just really cool stuff in this game. So I didn't expect it to be this deep at all, and it's so good.
Oh yeah.
So I'm done at this point. I'm gonna go back and just clean up some trophies. But I said this to Matt. He doesn't like it, but I'll say it to you so that you also cannot like it and you can both hate me. I think that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is the best game this year, and I think that NieR Automata is a better game.
I can see where you're coming from with that.
Well, I didn't hate
I
that.
know.
I think it's
I know you just keep stabbing me. Like
it's tough to compare with some things, but NieR definitely has better combat.
I think for me in the last few years, what's really kind of provided me with the most satisfaction with a game is kind of what it does to me outside of playing it. And something like Bloodborne, like that was so good in 2015 because when I walked away from playing Bloodborne, I was really like, I was thinking about things in a new way. I was like challenging myself. Like you kind of overcome stuff in Bloodborne. You're like, I did not think I could do that, but I totally did it. And you kind of take that outside of video games and you're like, I didn't think I could do that. Whatever it is that you're trying to do. And you're like, no, I can do that. I can overcome that. Like perseverance will get me where I need to be. And like Shovel Knight kind of challenged the idea of like, there's all these games that kind of just infect you in a way outside of your interaction with them. And NieR, like it leaves that, like you're kind of left with all these weird thoughts and questions about like, what is humanity? Like what is whatever?
I mean, he's very philosophical with a lot of his stuff. And of course, compared to like a Nintendo game, you're never really going to get that.
No, but that's the thing. Breath of the Wild totally challenged me in that way too, because it did something so new, and again, that sense of discovery was something so fresh, and the way the characters interact in that story as well was really, really.
Yeah, but even then, story always takes a backseat.
Yeah,
and Zelda's a very basic like thing. Like it's very like.
But even still, like I identified with that story as well. But like the balance of like power and wisdom and courage and all of those things, like it's a powerful thing. Like,
it's definitely like a gateway to those kind of games. Zelda's a gateway.
But the other piece, so giving you the backstory on NieR, kind of that they are androids, right? They can upload their data to the server, which is on the moon. So in this game, the way that plays out from a mechanic standpoint is there's these like vending machine style things, and you go up there and it's where you can do quick saves, you can transport, so you can fast travel, you can check your mail inbox. Mm-hmm. That's kind of it. When you save, you will respawn at the nearest one of those. So it's not quite a save state, but it could literally be a save state in some cases. I usually found myself using them as a save point, just, whatever, but there's certain areas of the map where you can just hit start, save the game, and you're fine.
Nice.
Yeah. But that game is something special. And I think it's still on sale right now as you're listening to this. If you're listening to this right away, so there's a Golden Week sale. $45. Get that. Get it.
Is it 45?
$44.99.
Something like that.
I thought it was $41.99.
Oh, right. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, $41.99.
Yeah.
Right.
Even cheaper. I really recommend it. The only thing I wish about NieR, like the only thing I would wish for that's different, is that it were on Switch. Just because the ability to like take it out of the TV and hold it in my hands is cool. That was a long ass now playing, but we had a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Had some catching up to do.
We sure did.
Mobile game to talk about.
Mobile Game of the Year. Here it comes.
I'm declaring it Mobile Game of the Year 2017.
I mean, Animal Crossing's still not out yet. I know.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
What's Khalifa?
Speaking of Wiz Khalifa, I think it's time for a little break. We'll come back. We'll do some show and tell. We got a lot of stuff to show and a little bit to tell right after this. Welcome back. It is time for show and tell. Just like when you're in elementary school and the teacher said, bring something in and talk about your favorite thing. Every week we sit down, we find one cool thing on the internet.com and we bring it over here for us to talk about. Who wants to go first? Cool, I'll go. I don't know if you guys heard this weird rumor, but the rumor is apparently real and I'm going to trust it. I never talk about rumors on this podcast because unless there's like some hard ass.
I feel like we've talked about rumors.
Okay,
before.
we've definitely talked about rumors, but like
we never like heavily speculated.
There's a few people that I avoid like vehemently because I feel like they just make shit up to get attention.
Yeah.
However, Jason Schreier is not one of those folks of Kotaku.com. And Jason Schreier all but confirmed The rumored Mario Cross Rabbids RPG is real and coming to Switch. Kotaku ran this earlier this week. One of this fall's big Nintendo Switch games will be Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, a game that has been rumored for quite some time and does indeed exist, as confirmed by art assets provided to Kotaku. The game will mix Nintendo's iconic Plumber and Friends with characters from Ubisoft's popular Rabbids series. Although the person who sent the assets asked us not to share them, they corroborate the existence of a bizarre crossover RPG that's currently scheduled to come to Switch in either August or September. Ubisoft is developing Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle on the publisher's proprietary Snowdrop engine, according to the assets we've seen. The selling points appear to be turn-based combat, 2-player local co-op, and a goofy sense of humor. The art we've seen features Mario and crew wielding guns that shoot laser beams. The game will apparently have 8 playable characters: Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Peach, and bizarrely 4 Rabbids dressed up as Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and Peach.
Can I comment on that?
Please do. That is about it for this article.
So, you remember when the rumor first appeared?
No.
Okay, well, this was...
I remember bits of it rumbling.
It was a while back.
Yeah.
And what was... I'm not sure. I don't think it was a quote, whatever. It was mentioned in an article or whatever. Somebody said something that this game was going to bring in a lot of obscure, not that well known Mario characters, and in turn we get
the obscure
Mario.
Ones. No, you got the obscure ones.
Yeah. So it's what's Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi.
Yeah, I do.
And then it's Rabbid, Mario, Peach, Luigi, Yoshi.
I find it weird. There's no Toad. Normally when they do a 4-player thing, it's usually
none
Toad,
of that is obscure.
No, not at all.
Unless maybe the Rabbids can change costumes. Maybe other characters are involved. These are just the main ones.
I wonder what you could do to get them more costumes.
No, settle down.
Oh, I see where you're going.
The cynicism. You gotta. What are you staring at? Amiibos?
That's how you get more costumes.
Oh, I thought you were being a dick.
Oh no.
I mean, you are, but you're not. Yeah, I'm down with that. Scan me in a Tom Nook. Get me in. Give me a little Samus.
It's not a Mario character.
It's okay. Who cares? Give me everything. I think this is cool. I think it's very rare that we get something like this. This
should have happened sooner. Because remember when Amiibos were first announced at E3?
And it was that
it was during Ubisoft.
The Rayman hat or heart thing?
Their prototype was Ezio.
Yeah.
Placed on the white Wii U gamepad.
Yep.
And then Mario was one too.
You remember that?
There was an Ezio.
Well, then there was a heart for Rayman. I remember they showed it off with Rayman. These
are just concept things.
But they were playing through, and it was if you're playing through Rayman Legends on your Wii U with your friends, and you die, you can scan this heart, and it would give you extra health in the game.
Yeah.
Well, that was the idea behind it.
And it was a year later when Amiibos finally came out. Or something.
But no, I really, really like
I don't mind this
idea. I'm not crazy about Rabbids. They don't really do anything for me.
I like the first Rabbids game. Because it's just a bunch of dumb mini games. Yeah. And well, there was kind of a story. You were Rayman, and you did have to try to escape because you were captured.
Right.
By them, so you had to fight your way out. But then the mini games were funny. Then I don't know, there was a TV show you could play a game that coincided with it.
Was there a board game involved in any way?
I don't think it was no.
Perfect.
Well, what I like is the fact that it's using the Snowdrop engine, which I'm just going to name 2 other games that are made in the Snowdrop engine. South Park, The Fractured Butthole, and Tom Clancy's The Division.
Man, I was going to think,
same engine that's being used to create those games.
I was going to be is this a 2D game? Is Mario going to be a cartoon? Not Paper Mario, but
I don't know.
Rayman style, Legend style? That'd be cool to see.
I don't know, man, but this will be out at it's got to be at Ubi's press conference, right? Probably.
Yeah, and they usually go first for the third-party stuff. Usually. I don't know what it is this time.
Yeah.
This will be just after the kicks off with Just Dance.
Right. But it's out August, September, which gives us a good, jump into holiday beforehand, right? It's just on the tail end of Splatoon.
It's coming out this year?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many games.
There's not, though. This is exactly what the Switch needed, is this healthy...
No, on all platforms, there's so many games.
That's good, though, man. 2017 is the year of dreams. Telling you, man, E3, Mother 3, region free means more.
I've been living the year of dreams back-to-back years. I'd expect no less year 3 of this.
It's true.
Two things with this. One,
Yeah.
the division is very pretty, and the attention to detail that Ubisoft, I forget the actual developer under the umbrella of Ubisoft, but like the little detail, it shows me how much that engine can flex its muscles. Like for instance, like whenever the division's a cover-based third-person shooter, whenever you would take cover against
Aren't they all?
Whenever you take cover against a car covered in snow, the snow on the windshield will like fall. And there's just little details like that were just scattered all throughout the game, and yeah,
That's cool.
this has potential.
I like 2-player co-op.
Yes.
This
I
seems
don't
like
get that though.
For
How?
turn-based combat, I like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it reminds me of...
Super
It's
Mario
weird,
RPG.
hear me out. Well,
I don't think
Yeah.
it had.
No,
did it
wait,
have
no.
2-player?
no, but I made it 2-player.
Right, that's what I mean. Like I like that idea of it.
So, like...
What were you about to reference though? I'm sorry.
Final Fantasy Anthology or
Oh yeah, yeah.
whatever. So, like, the ports for, like, on PS2...
Yeah.
Both, if you plugged in both controllers, you both could play the game.
Yep.
You're
That's-
both player one.
That's how I played as a
But
boy.
a friend and I would take turns. Like, I'll be this character,
Yeah.
and you'll be this character, and then you just choose what you think you would do.
Yep.
As that character, like actually role play with these fights instead of just like calculating everybody or whatever. So, and then with Super Mario, the Mario and Luigi series,
Mm-hmm.
I had the Game Boy player on my GameCube, and kind of the same thing. So we both had 2 controllers. So like Mario, you're only the B button. Luigi, you're only the A button because they were color assigned.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. I don't know.
You had it
'cause
right.
you
Yeah.
can switch them.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we were both a button. So when
Yeah.
it came to combo attacks, we had to like actually work together to get these combos right
That's
and like
cool.
hit the buttons.
That's really
correctly.
cool. I like it. Again, like rabbits aren't my thing, but I'm in.
I still think of one mini game with the rabbits, where like they're all singing like in a choir, and one of them is out of tune and like screaming, and like so like you hear it, but when you're zoomed in, other rabbits will snitch and tell you where to look, and then once you find them, you have to smack them back into place.
What a dumb game. Is it on Wii?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna track that down.
I don't want to go down this path too far.
But-
Where's South Park at?
Fuck that.
I guess they really want to take their time with that.
Yeah. E3's got to give us the answers, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We haven't heard of Peep.
Yeah.
E3?
I guess they're busy. I wonder if something had to be like redone and they're like
That
crap.
game is supposed to come out in December.
Mm.
I've never heard like Peep.
Has it only,
That happened with the first one.
has it only been one delay or has it been like a couple?
I think so far as one.
I think just one, yeah.
Okay, I almost saw 2, but
I think they announced it and they're like, it'll be out whenever the fuck it's out. Who cares? Then they were like winter. And then it was like December. And then it was like, nope, later. And then
and they
just
delayed
haven't
that
said-
early too, because I remember in like October. I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah. And then they just haven't said anything since. So, but that's my show and tell for the week. I think it's cool that we're seeing a leak. Like we don't really get that kind of stuff.
A reliable one too.
Yeah, like a surefire. Like, yep, this is happening. Here it is. Boom. I think that's cool.
if you don't mind, I want to go next. 'Cause I
Please.
feel like mine is a smaller chunk than what Matt
Oh,
has to
go.
say. So I want to save that for last. So for Switch, Super Bomberman R, it got a patch. So this is what I was hoping for. It improved the frame rate, added a couple stages. I guess to be a little more specific,
It's a hot 60 FPS now, yeah?
in the battle mode,
Ah,
I didn't notice it too much in the story. I mean, I haven't. It's handheld.
yeah.
I haven't tried docked. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference.
It could.
It could. So,
Mario Kart does, so yeah.
there's 2 new series of accessories added to the shop: crowns and bombs you can wear on your head.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Less lags are likelier to happen online.
That's good, because you were running into that a little bit, weren't you?
Oh yeah. It was
Yeah,
pretty
I remember
bad.
you talking about that.
But story mode now you can kind of shift the camera.
Yeah, that was,
It's not the greatest. I wish you could just rotate 360.
yeah.
But I guess depending on the maps are designed, maybe that's a little weird. If it keeps going upward, maybe you can't move the camera up, so it might get in the way.
Yeah.
But it's like a little shift to the left or to the right. And
Does
like,
it help?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Not sure.
But that too, like that was another thing that like I
But
think
it's not much of a tilt either. I was expecting like complete like 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
Maybe they have to do some weird things with the assets to make it run. Like
Yeah.
maybe that's why you're not getting the full 360 turn.
Yeah, that's true. And then you can also, there's options to have it fixed to where it only stays at that angle if you want. So when you boot it back up, you don't have to keep
Oh, that's cool.
whatever. Same goes for battle mode, I think. I think you can rotate that.
Oh, neat.
Difficulties in beginner and normal have been reduced.
Oh, hey.
Because I couldn't do that boss fight.
I was going to say, I know you were struggling.
Couldn't even do that half of that stage. like the later 5 of them or whatever. That was really tough. Adjusted the heights and slopes on some maps to improve visibility, which I think I did notice. If you continue a certain number of times in story mode, you will be able to continue without paying any more gems. How about this? Have that from the beginning. Fuck the gems. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Give me those gems
Pardon
for Wiz
my
Khalifa's
French,
Wii
but-
Farm, please.
Like, why?
Yeah, it seems like a...
like if the point of gems was to earn them so you could keep continuing, and then it just doesn't matter in the end if you just keep sucking or whatever, like just cut the middle part
Don't
out.
do it, yeah.
Well, at least they gave you that and didn't make the game harder like Bloodborne does for some reason.
Right, yeah, every time Bloodborne comes out. Just, oh, fuck you again.
They changed the battle point increase, decrease rate for league battles, and yeah, just fix other various small bugs. But the most exciting part on top of all this is what they announced that isn't out yet.
Which is...
Characters from other Konami games will be making their own Bomberman appearance.
Ooh, Solid Snake on the way.
Not yet.
Oh.
That's not one of them.
I know.
But that would be cool.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So you get Gradius's Vic Viper.
Who wouldn't want Vic?
It's just basically a plane with arms and legs.
Yeah, which is, yep, that's all I need.
I'll get my favorite out of the way. Silent Hill's Pyramid Head.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
And it's cute
Yeah.
because his sword is a big wooden sword.
yes.
But
That's so good.
yeah, I mean, these are all like Bomberman styles. They have like the round hands and feet and the
Yeah.
little antenna off the back of their head still.
Fucking amazing.
And then I think this could make Joe a little happy. Simon Belmont.
Yes. When is he coming?
And that design, like it's I don't know, what is that the one from the Virtual Console design? The way his hair is?
Nah, because Virtual Console stuff, he would have been...
I mean, not Virtual Console,
red.
WiiWare.
Yeah, all that, he would have been redhead.
Oh. Which one is that? It's like the blonde.
That's-
It kind of looks like Conan.
That's OG.
Oh, is it?
It's either...
Oh, yeah, the box art. Because you can see the back of his head.
Yeah. But all, like Simon's Quest as well. He had that kind of thing going on.
So yeah, Belmont Bomber is his name.
I'm
And
in.
I hope that whip is a part of his
They better be.
thing.
Fucking
Same thing
better be.
for, Pyramid Head and all that.
Any date on that stuff? Because that's when I'll buy that game.
There is no date for the characters.
All right.
Or there's not even a possible price announced.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they'll be free or what. But I think somebody in Konami, I feel like, cares a little bit.
Someone does.
Somebody
Not
cares a
many,
little
but
bit.
someone does.
Because it's 2 dead franchises.
Yeah.
I get 3. I guess there hasn't been a new Gradius, right?
There hasn't been shit, man. Konami doesn't give a fuck.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and Bomberman so far is like the only living thing besides like what is FIFA's Konami?
No,
No, is it Pro Evolution?
it's Pro Evolution.
Pro Evolution. Yeah. So like outside of sports and
Is that
patchy
even
slots, like so like it gives me a very dim hope of possible things.
So we don't know about the characters, but
Because
that patch free, right?
the patch is free.
Patch is free.
The patches will always be
Okay.
free, and they give you artwork for the characters and what they look like, and that's really cool.
And
to see a
the
concept.
stages are free and out now too, right?
The stages, you have to buy those.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay.
They just been added to the shop, but you need your in-game currency to unlock them,
Which is earnable.
which is like the rest of them in there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it's very interesting that they picked those 3. So I'm hoping there's like another pack they do, which would probably be like Solid Snake, Goemon.
I don't know if they can fuck with Snake right now, man.
I'm
still-
bitter.
Shit's still too high.
They own them. They could though.
I mean, they could do
Oh,
whatever the
yeah.
fuck they want, but
I think it'd be kind of cool to see a little Bomber Snake.
Yeah, but you know what?
Or
You know
solid.
what game we haven't heard about
Or
as
actually,
well?
you know what? No, it'd probably be Gray Fox.
I don't know. It's like showing up to
I can deal with Gray Fox.
It's like showing up to your new girlfriend's, like coming to Christmas with your new girlfriend, but also like you have all your stolen kids or something. Like I don't know what that is.
They could do something though. I wouldn't be that butthurt about a Solid Snake coming to Bomberman, but I can totally see them coming or starting to talk about Survive again because they haven't talked about that game in forever. That's supposed to be out.
I
at
think
this
if
point.
anything, like I don't see it as an insult in any way to bring over another Konami franchise into Bomberman as a character. I don't think that's an insult to any of these franchises. I think it's more of like a love letter in a way. Like, hey, I still remember you. I haven't forgotten about you.
I don't think they'll do the gross thing though. I don't think they'll tie it back into
Metal
Survive.
Gear Survive is an insult.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, Metal Gear Solid Survive. We finally got a date. To celebrate, we're gonna bring over Solid Snake to Bomberman. If they would say it like that, I would be real pissed.
if they made a big thing out of it, then yeah, that's a little.
I don't think they would
disgraceful.
though.
I don't think. I think it'll just
stuff.
be like this. Another article that pops up out of nowhere on like a random Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. Don't make a big thing out of it. Yeah. Just don't.
Yeah. Bomberman did really well. We talked about the.
Actually, if anything, this is celebrating Bomberman.
Right. Yeah.
NPD.
But yeah, we talked about the Nintendo investors meeting, and they kind of went over their like whole fiscal year results, and Bomberman was like fucking huge. Like I want to say that game broke 500,000.
And that's correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm impressed because even though I like Bomberman, it was not a good game at the start.
No,
but these patches definitely helped.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but all the Switch stuff too was only retail only.
Yeah, not digital.
Yeah. That's what we were saying about Breath of the Wild last week.
Physical copies.
Probably could have beaten one was
fucking wet
Ghost Recon.
Dirtball game.
Well,
thank you, Mark.
I'm surprised and impressed.
Yeah.
With them caring about this game so much.
Yeah, and bring content that's free.
I'll get in. I'm coming.
Well, all of it's free so far.
Yeah.
Well, so far. Better than some games.
Fuck you. I'm going to say right now, before you say anything else.
Let's get into this
just
because...
fuck you. That's what I'm going to say to start this whole thing off.
Before we get to the paid part, can we mention the free update?
What came with the Whoa, hold on. Pause. What came with the update?
No, just...
Well, actually.
What are you talking about? Can you start by saying what is your show and tell topic, Matthew?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious. We haven't talked about the Legend of Zelda DLC yet.
Correct. So we're talking about Breath of the Wild DLC.
I'm bringing it up. It came out.
This is more a show and yell now.
What night did this come out? Was it Monday?
Something. I'll find out. Give me a second.
I think it was Monday night.
Whatever night you were up being a dick.
The
Tuesday.
Capitals game.
It was Tuesday.
All right.
It was the Capitals game. Yeah, I saw the tweet come out, and I immediately was like, oh, shoot, let me tag them. They'll see it. We'll read.
I didn't catch this conversation until like 4 days later.
Oh, yeah. So I read it, and I'm reading it, and I'll recap what I read. This is from Nintendo's site. So, DLC coming later this year. I think they said summer, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the part 1.
Yes. Couple things they're adding. Trial of the Sword, which seems to be these...
Right, hold on. Before we do, I think
we need to break this down.
Yeah, let's go bit by bit. So this is called the Master Trials. That's what the first half of this...
Trial of the Sword.
Before
the first half of it. The Master... Yeah,
so
I missed that below.
You're gonna get two...
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
You're going to get 2 DLC packs.
Right.
Summer and winter. Summer is called the Master Trials.
Right.
You get them both available now. $19.99 gets you everything that is coming.
Well,
so
rephrase that. You can buy it now, not available now.
Available now to buy.
That's a pre-order.
You can purchase the expansion pass.
Yeah.
So, within the Master Trials, here are the things that are coming. Yeah. First is...
Trial of the Sword.
Right.
Which seems like it's going to deal with the Master Sword. It's going to be some different trials. I'm assuming if you've gotten to...
Vermintide Island.
Huh?
This sounds like Vermintide Island.
I was thinking more of the Korak trials. Something similar to that.
Have either of you stumbled upon that island?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Okay, you have... So,
the 3 things. There's like 3 orbs at the point slots.
Yeah,
I did that.
When you're like stripped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this sounds like to me.
Yeah, because like you have to clear 45 rooms, and you start off with nothing.
Yeah.
And as you go on, you're only using the weapons and stuff of your enemies as you're progressing.
No, that would be cool to find.
And then you awaken the true power of the Master Sword.
Which I don't know what the fuck that means.
I have an idea, but that's because I only heard other people talk about it.
Mm.
I don't know personally.
Does this mean that, like...
I feel... Because this kind of spilled me on what the Master Sword can kind of do.
Oh, wait, you don't have it yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I almost did. I don't have enough...
If you don't have it yet, then we shouldn't say anything.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
I feel like everybody else has it, just not me.
Matt doesn't have it?
Well, excluding Matt.
I found it.
company.
Hey, give me credit there. I found it.
You did find it.
I found it too.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this sounds dope. This sounds like...
It just reminds me of Twilight Princess. They have those little dungeons where you
This
can go
is
through
fine.
and keep fighting things.
Yeah.
No, this is all great. And then the next big thing here is hard mode. They detailed hard mode as upgrades in like the enemy type. So they list here, instead of seeing a red bokoblin, it's now blue. And, they kind of automatically rank up higher. Also, enemies will slowly recover health as you battle.
If you don't beat them fast enough.
That's fucking badass.
Was that... It doesn't specify here. You think that would be on bosses?
I assume that'd be on everything.
Because that's on bosses. My strategy is fucked.
Right.
Or what I did to beat the game
The
is
next
now
part,
fucked.
I'm a little iffy about. With the hard mode.
That they will easily spot Link as he approaches them?
No.
Oh, the stuff.
Oh, the floating planks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Matt, go ahead.
Oh, no, you got it.
Floating planks held aloft by balloons will be scattered around Hyrule. By successfully reaching these planks, players can battle enemies and collect treasure.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's...
That's weird.
I think just being in a world like Hyrule, just to look up and see that kind of thing existing in this world, it's like... I'm fine with everything else, but for some reason, this stands out to me. This seems unnatural. I don't know why, but it does. Like...
You're going to get real fucked up when we start telling you what kind of costumes you can put on in a couple minutes. If you're bothered by some balloon platforms.
No, the costumes are a whole other thing, and I see them. I'm looking at them.
Hard mode, pretty dope.
Yeah. I wish they would have went another direction. But we'll get there. Next is the Hero's Path, which
I like this.
is going to be essentially a trail of how you traveled Hyrule over the last 200 hours.
Yeah.
So a lot of playtime there.
Yeah, it just marks like with a green marker kind of everywhere you've been.
Last 200 hours.
Right.
Well, you need to play this game for 200 hours. I could see that.
Yeah.
But then it looks like you
Crazy.
there's different, like, it seems the way to describe this could be different sliders to kind of like see different, like, maybe in more detail in that hour or so.
Yeah,
or stuff like that.
imagine a little cursor in a line.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
making a trail, and you can speed it up or slow it down.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. That'd be something for me. I feel like everyone would benefit from it. But
Yeah,
like,
it's supposed to do with exploring.
Dude, I'm at the point now where like
you basically like cartography.
if I don't start binging where these shrines are, I'm not going to be able to find all of them. So having this where I can be like, I've never been to that part of the map. Let me go there.
Now you can comb it.
Yeah.
I would be so. I would laugh at like all the mountains I've just crossed because I've refused to go on roads. Next is the travel medallion. What is this? Actually, I did not.
So you can make you can only do this once per thing, but you can pick a spot in the game and teleport to it.
Yeah.
Anywhere, but you can only do it with one spot. Like if you do it another, like if you put it somewhere else, it will remove the previous place.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it just makes you have a fast travel point to some area, which can be helpful. Like there's been times where
I'm okay with that.
I've
can
been
see that working.
like doing something in one
I would
area,
take
like
it to a horse stable.
yeah, something like that. That's useful. I've been like there's areas where I've like farmed something,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but it's in the middle of nowhere. So you kind of like if you had a pin to drop there, and then you could fast travel back to respawn the meat or whatever. That's cool.
Next, Korok Mask.
Yeah,
Where it seems to be like the shrine indicator, kind of like. If you wear this, you will be able to find the Korok locations easier. I believe the mask itself. I'm going to assume your controller starts vibrating.
probably. Yeah.
I'm not gonna use it.
I've
been finding them pretty okay without it.
How many you got?
A lot.
How many are there?
A lot.
Do you know the number?
No, I'm sure what I found because of how long I've been playing it and where I'm at. I know what I found was like probably not even a fraction of how many there are.
Do you have a number of how many you found? Can you maybe guess?
Okay, so because I spent some already, but if I count total seeds I have found, if I can remember roughly, I probably have about total spent and saved between 60 and 80.
Huh,
It's pretty decent. Yeah, I think I finished the game with around 30.
7.
Yeah. You want to know the total number?
Yeah.
And why this Korok mask exists? 900.
Yeah. I knew it was a lot. For some reason, I was thinking 400.
Yeah.
So
No, 400 is what you need to actually max out your upgrade slots.
Nice.
440, I think, something around there.
Okay.
But there are 900 in the game, so in order to find those.
Okay, so maybe I'll use it after where I feel like, all right, I've done enough searching on my own.
Yeah.
But I want to try to find as many as I can without it first.
I agree. But
It's a last resort.
I see why this is here.
But dude, if I can find them all without it.
I know.
And then what? New equipment? Last thing?
Yeah, new equipment.
8 new pieces. A lot of inspiration from other games, which most of them I have not played. The Majora's Mask one's probably the most recognizable one for me, as well as the Midna stuff. But after that, you guys could probably go into detail about the aesthetic and stuff.
So where's
that one's cool.
Do they have pictures of all this stuff?
I have them.
Where was it at? Because I saw those pictures and stuff. Oh yeah.
So there's a Korok mask. There's Majora's. Next one is the Phantom Armor.
Yeah, the Phantom Armor from Hourglass, right?
Yeah, Phantom Hourglass. So like that's the armor that Zelda is usually taken over when she's a spirit. She's inside of that, and she helps you out. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm okay with that one. Next one is Tingle's outfit.
Of course.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Tingle?
Yeah.
Tingle was introduced in Majora's Mask. He makes maps and sells them to you. So like he has this balloon that inflates off his back. He goes up in the air and he makes maps. And then once you pop the balloons, he will give you these little maps.
All right.
Basically. But like he's like this little dude. It's like a little fairy guy with these little like a little thin mustache, a big red nose, and buck teeth. There's a bunch of them in Wind Waker for some reason. Yeah. It's like a race of them.
He's modeled after Koji Kondo, the composer.
Yeah. But I just think it's funny that they made that an outfit in this. Yeah. The cobra on the back and cowboy boots.
So Majora's Mask get a lot of love here. 2 outfits for Majora's.
Yeah, technically, yeah. And then the upcoming Fierce Deity costume.
Right. It's coming with the amiibo. On top of that, they did talk. They said that there's a free patch out now.
This is my favorite part.
That lets you play in any one of 9 audio languages: Japanese, English, French, German, Spanish, Italian, and Russian.
And subtitles.
Russian. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I got another reason to go back now.
I know.
So now we can play the game with Japanese audio and English subtitles.
I kind of want to do that.
I'm definitely doing that.
I feel like it'd be a little more emotive. Playing through NieR, like I played through, I think my 2.5 times in Japanese with the English subtitles, and it's definitely like the voice actors are a little more emotional. Yeah. I feel pretty dope about all this DLC, this downloadable content. I'll gladly give them $20 for this and whatever's to come in the winter. How do you feel about it, Matt?
Great content. Should be behind a paywall.
It's new content they had to develop.
Okay. Trial by the Sword, like, I get that. Like, that's fine. Like, put that behind a paywall. If it's that good, I will, essentially it would be $10. But
like, when we first talked, when like they mentioned the expansion pass, like I never was interested in the first part that much to begin with in comparison to the second part, because the second part adds to the story, and that to me I'm way more interested in.
The part coming in the winter.
Yeah. Which like you could speculate maybe you play as Zelda or whoever. Or no characters, no one knew. Maybe you're just linking. It's the path. I don't know. It could be anything. I just like that they're adding to that. So this is just like something I guess just to hold you over till then.
My problem is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things on this list are behind a paywall when he shouldn't be.
What?
And that is hard mode, the Hero's Path mode, the travel medallion, although you could argue you can put that behind a paywall because that kind of helps you out a lot. And then the Korok mask. Those things should not be behind paywalls.
I agree with the Hero's Path. I think that should have been part of the free update.
I'll give you that one.
Maybe as like an extra rune or something.
I'll give you that one.
If you wanted to implement it that way. Everything else I can see, like, I mean, so many games have costumes as an optional thing to pay for, so that's nothing new to me.
I did not. That's not the one I'm like, concerned about.
No, he means the Korok mask. The fact that like that
mechanic.
Right.
Why don't I have that mechanic? Why do I gotta pay for that mechanic?
Because of convenience. That's the only reason I can see. I wish there was an option to buy it separately. I wish it was like, hey, for $1 you can get this,
or add it to the game as an update, and just it's a shit ton of in-game rupees. I'd be fine with that too.
Right. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about the expansion pass is like that's the only way of getting any of this.
Exactly.
You can't do.
I kind of like that,
but I rather do the Smash Brothers option where you can get them separately, and then if you decide to do the bundle later, they reduce the price since you have some of it already, and you can do either or.
Right.
I just like having more options with my purchasing.
Fair. But I like the fact just like, here's $20. Yeah, give me whatever you're making.
Yeah,
It's all new content they have to develop. It's not like this shit's been there since like day one and they're just holding it. It's not being held behind a paywall in the sense that
do we know
like
that for sure?
What?
I mean, I could see some just being held, like those amiibo stuff.
I can totally see things being held.
They found the data for that.
I can see things being held in the way that they are in the middle of developing, and they're like, "Heroes Path is a cool mode. We should put this in."
Poor choice of words. I didn't mean that it was held like they had it developed already. I'm saying there's content in here that you should not have to pay for in today's gaming industry.
But in a game where they shipped it, they completed it, they didn't have to do anything else. This is a full product as it is, and you can walk away from it. The fact that they went back and went, no, we want to do more. Let's put out more.
Well, they did have to do patches.
Sure, but they didn't have to.
You see, then me and you got a little.
No, but you're throwing all these words like should and have and could and what. But like they don't have to do anything. They make the game, they put it out.
That's true.
Period.
And that's why I'm upset about this. And I'm not going to buy initially this $20 expansion pass.
Well, I mean, I did that day one. I already bought it. So that's
you bought it for the Switch shirt.
As much as I would love
favorite thing.
As much as I would
with the Majora's Mask. I'm just
love to play this half-baked hard mode, I refuse to give them money for this stuff that should be free.
How is it half-baked?
That hard mode, me and you had a great conversation at work about how...
False. We had a conversation where you said you should just make Survivor mode from Fallout.
And you have all the mechanics there in Zelda ready to go, and it would have been a great hard mode.
I just want to know...
But I think that's your expectations getting in the way of reality.
I just want to know what's the payoff?
And you get more Zelda. Like, if you've played through Zelda, you're giving them $20 and you get more Zelda.
Because, like, hard mode for Ocarina of Time... The Master Quest, they completely rearrange all those dungeons.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
And all that, like this is just harder enemies.
Yeah.
So like to me, this is I'm not gonna do it. It's not necessary.
It's a little more of a challenge, and I don't know if it's a drop in, drop out thing. I don't know if it's a thing where you can. You're right. Like I think Survivor mode would be a cooler
Princess
thing. Yeah.
With the HD, they added that hard mode.
Yeah, I mean, the Zelda 1 did it, the Master Quest.
But
you beat the game, you go again, and then you're in, and everything's rearranged, all the dungeons are over. Or Second Quest, it was called that, right?
Pay for them.
Because
I'm just saying that to piss you off.
It was developed before it was released. Again, like the gaming climate.
Master Quest was technically like a port.
But the gaming climate has changed significantly. The amount of money it costs to make a game now, to get through all of that. Remember how many delays this game already went through. They have to cut it at a certain point.
Well, hold on. The last two delays.
As a shareholder, you should understand the significance and the importance of investing money and time, right?
Yeah, and they let that game sit. They put it as a launch title in Switch, which I agree with. But
you have to cut it off. You have to say, like, look, we got to get this thing out this date. So whatever you're doing, wrap it the fuck up. This thing has to ship.
You can do that and still release it for free. Because of our little spat back and forth on Twitter, you said support the developer.
Yes.
Give them money.
Yes.
That's why we're in this. You can support the developer by word of mouth and saying how awesome this content is. And we just went through the demographic last week, the stats of who's buying a Switch.
Fair.
It's not 40-year-old Donna buying it for 10-year-old Pete. Who's buying a Switch right
Haven't
now
heard from them in a while.
is 25-year-old Sebastian.
Ooh, we got a new one.
Sebastian is a dirtbag who lives at home with his parents after dropping out of college. But somehow he found him $360. He's the type of person that knows all this shit.
Fair.
He has friends that probably play the game and are like, oh, this is awesome. This content. Oh, there's a hard mode now in this game? That sounds cool. That sounds like something I want to play.
So here, there's this $20 and I'll download it and play it.
You shouldn't have to spend $20 when there's all kinds of other games that I have a list of here that added new modes, new maps,
So if
new ways of playing.
hard mode
For
was
free.
if you could buy hard mode separately for a way cheaper price.
No, I shouldn't have to be paying for that. Not when Fallout 4 gave me a survival mode completely free.
But what else did Fallout 4 do, DLC-wise?
They released 2 expansions with stories and new maps and stuff.
And then that was a really bad game, too, so consider that, right? Compared
How
to-
was it that bad of a game when it was 2015 Free Cheese Game of the Year?
False. That's
That's not false at all. It's in writing on the site.
False.
It's in writing on the site.
False.
All right, well then, all right. More games. You ready? Shovel Knight. Free content. You can give me that bullshit about the Kickstarter stuff, but they went back and they made the stuff to put out for free. To a certain point. Titanfall 2. Free maps forever. Multiplayer. They're just going to keep putting stuff out there. You're going to get new maps. Rocket League. I've gotten many new modes. Many new maps. Some unique, some just reskins.
But I'm going to challenge you
Free.
that. No, because Rocket League lives or dies by the modes. If you can't sell a mode to one person and then have them go online to pair up with somebody who doesn't, that game would completely break. That's why that stuff's free. Like, there's a reason behind it. If they could charge you for that, they would charge you for that.
Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty get away with it every year.
Get away with what?
Charging and segregating their audience.
Right, you're talking about EA and Activision. You're not talking about Psyonix.
But I'm just saying there are games that do segregate their audience and get by
Right.
just fine.
No, they don't get by just... Well, yeah, they get by just fine because the kids who are playing go, Mom, I need to buy this map so I can play with my dirtbag Sebastian friend. And they beg Mommy for money until they get it. Psyonix didn't walk into this climate or this atmosphere having that advantage of being a giant company who didn't care if they lost, the adoration of some
I don't think
25-year-old Sebastian.
EA has a smaller audience, but I think that game will still live. But, let's not get hung up on Rocket League here. Rainbow Six. I've gotten many free new maps, and all the operators they have released I can buy eventually with in-game currency. Uncharted 4. Added that new survival mode, that little horde mode. You can play with co-op. Very well done. And then going into the future here, another news story, Battlefront 2 not getting a season pass, so they're going to support the game.
What do you mean they're not getting a season pass?
Didn't you see that?
No.
Yeah, they're EA's not doing a season pass for Battlefront 2.
So what are they doing?
I don't know. I guess they're going to release the map for free.
No.
Give me the modes for free, the characters for free.
They're going to do something. Because that first game was riddled with that shit.
They'll probably do the $1.99 chests for alphas and shit like that. And that's fine. They're skins. You can do that. That's not going to make or break the game. But my favorite on this list is Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't pay shit for that expansion. And that was a while after that game was up.
You paid for it right there on that shelf with all the amiibo you could scan in there. That's what you paid for. It's exactly what it was.
But you still had to buy things.
Right. That's what I mean. That's where you paid.
Oh, but you said wasn't there a whole plethora of shit you were talking about for those 4 weeks when you were back into that game?
You get a good amount of stuff for free in New Leaf. Welcome amiibo. But you need the amiibo to get a lot of that stuff. You don't have the amiibo, you don't get it. So in theory, you're paying at least $12.99 for DLC.
But that money's not going to the developer. And you said about supporting the
It very
developer.
much is going back to the developer. The developer is Nintendo. Those are made by Nintendo.
You distinctly said, though, support the developer. Buying amiibo is not supporting the developer the same way you said support the developer.
It is not 1-to-1. However, the money is all falling down.
And that was just
that
me.
same funnel.
This list just came 45 minutes of me drunk.
angry.
Yeah, so like I could probably keep going with the list of free content that's out there nowadays. I don't need this to be completely free. I just want a hard mode and this tracing thing that's really cool for free. And it should be.
I think the fact that you're paying $20 for all of this plus all of the rest of stuff that is to come in the winter is not a bad price. I think for everything that you will get in the end, I don't think it's a bad price at all.
It's kind of like Rummy.
Who?
Rummy? Ever play that card game? Nobody?
I thought, I thought...
Pretty much like if there's a card you want out of all these cards and it's so deep down in the pile, you have to get everything that's in front of it too. And that goes in your hand. So maybe you don't want all these other cards, but because of that one card that you really need to get a good hand, you're going to make that sacrifice probably.
And I think that's one. I see Matt's point to the fact that like.
So I like that, but at the same time, because you're getting all this stuff, even if you don't need it. But again, just my only gripe is that there isn't options to get things separately.
There's that side of it, and there is the side that like.
I'm fine with paying for
other games have offered similar content without having to charge you, but those other games are doing it for certain reasons.
And I think when people do like release like free updates or free things or whatever, I think they still have to pay for it in the end.
They totally do, right? And I think the reason that you're getting Bomberman stuff, period, is because Bomberman sold well enough for them to do so. If nobody bought Bomberman, they weren't going to put out DLC for that.
They wouldn't even update it.
They would, yeah, right. They would have said,
Sure,
all right, well, fuck, we lost.
Yeah.
But that game sold well enough, they made a profit. They were able to take part of that profit, turn it into DLC. They put out free patch to appease the community and keep them playing and keep them happy. Keep the people who barely played it, and I'm pointing to myself, walked away from it because it was kind of like, meh. Now I'm like reconsidering it because they put out a free thing that kind of fixes some of the problems I had. Then they throw out, here's some paid stuff you can do later. Again, they don't do that if they don't sell those copies. With Breath of the Wild, the game took forever to develop. They get to the end of the development and they go, man, wouldn't it be cool if we did this? Or our playtesters think it sucks to find Korok masks. We should build something that does that. All right, cool.
We should patch in the ability to find that.
We don't have the time or the resources to do that right now. We need to get this game out the door while trying to launch a console.
I wonder how long it took them to think to put a Switch shirt in there.
You just made the argument of sales. We just said that Zelda was maybe, definitely number 2 at least, but maybe the best-selling game last month. You don't think they got their money back?
No, they totally did. I'm not saying they didn't. But flip it on the other side. You've announced this DLC pack. And you're like, I'm going to put this out. We're going to put it out for $20. Half in the summer, half in the winter. So let's remove Hero's Path, Hard Mode, and the Korok Mask. Right? You get those for free. That means that you're paying, let's call it $10, half and half, for Trial of the Sword, Travel Medallion, and a couple costumes. Worth it?
Maybe. Also, depends on how good that story DLC is. Because I'm definitely not buying this right away. If the expansion story is that good, I guess I'll get it with the rest of it. But
I forgot what was more included with the part 2.
They haven't said, really. They just said, we know there's going to be story stuff.
This is very similar. Now, I know the Fallout DLC Season Pass, I think that was 40 or 30. If it might have been 40. It was a very similar setup, though, where you got the Season Pass. It took a while for the gears to start turning for announcements. And then when they did, it was a very underwhelming 2 DLC packs initially. It was like the robotics one that added some story missions, but it was mostly like customizations. And I forget the other one. It was a very similar thing. But then you got Far Harbor, and then you got Nuka World. In the end, people forgot about the first 2 things and the backlash of that because the story expansions, at least I heard good things about Far Harbor. I didn't really stick around for Nuka World, but like they were good enough where it made the price tag go. My thing is, and it's very, in December or whenever the second one comes out, if the story expansion is that good, then I will forget about that. But now, like, I shouldn't have to pay $20 upfront for the only thing I care about in this thing is the travel thing. I really don't even care about this hard mode because I honestly don't think it's that good compared to what it could have been.
I think if we're judging I would say you're saving money for the costumes in this, because every other costume that we have through Amiibos, that's like what, $13 a costume essentially.
Yeah.
Along with extra items that are randomly thrown in there, and then you have what, 5 separate, if you count the Korok mask.
Now, do we know if like once you
5 separate
download this,
costumes?
you have the costumes, or do you have to like acquire them?
If it's anything like the Switch shirt, you just go. There's a treasure chest hanging out somewhere. You take it out.
Or it's just shoved in your inventory.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet, but yeah. So it's like, because if you think about the Majora's Mask one, you would need what, a separate amiibo for that. Tingle, separate amiibo for that.
Yeah.
Phantom Armor, separate amiibo for that. Midna's helmet, separate amiibo for that.
I mean, yeah, that part
Like-
you are, but I think to Matt's point, like, it does suck that if what you want is locked behind this, and
Yeah. That's my only.
and other games have
I
made
agree
it
with
free, yeah. But if you hate it that much, just don't buy it.
Love video about it. I won't.
But yeah, DLC Pack 2, all they said was like new original story, a new dungeon,
Yeah, whatever that
and
means.
additional challenges.
Like yeah, like in November, $20 might seem like, oh man, what a great deal. Just and then in that case, I got the hard mode and a tracer thing, but it's like right now the fact that I can't buy maybe this first pack standalone for like $8, $10, like that kind of sucks.
I thought the model they did with Mario Kart on Wii U was good. It was like each pack was $8.
Something like that. And
But if you
got
bought
it
them
right away,
if you bought them both at the same time, it was $6 a piece,
Oh,
and you
man.
got the bonus.
I'm glad that matters now.
Man, I wish I remember the actual
How you get all
Fallout structure, because it was kind of a similar thing. It was, I want to say it was 40. So if it was 40,
Yeah,
I think standalone, Nuka World and Far Harbor were each 20.
yeah.
And then there's 2 other things beforehand. They were the ones that were either combined $10 or $15. Like you got those for free essentially with the season pass.
Yeah, it definitely seemed weird when they announced this pricing, that it was like, well, it's gonna be $20, all or nothing. I was like, okay, I guess. I didn't buy it yet because I was just like, right now I get a Switch T-shirt. I don't need it. I'm gonna play the game. It was like before the game came out, they announced that expansion pass, which is weird, but
Yeah.
all in all, I think it's a cool DLC update. I'm okay with it. I know. But you're going to be okay, Matt, because you're going to have a good E3, I promise.
I just know I can move on from the game now.
Totally?
That rubbed me the wrong way.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, let me introduce you to my friend NieR Automata.
No, it's time. I got some days off this week. I'm doubling down, buckling in. Next week, I will be talking about Mass Effect when I'm playing. Maybe Dota.
Dude, you don't want to know what I'm going to be talking about next week. I got some bad plans for myself.
You don't want to know what I'm going to be talking about next week.
Well, if you want to know what we're going to be talking about next week, the only way to find out is to tune in next week on a thrilling episode of The Free Cheese, episode 197. But this has been, and always will be, episode 196 of The Free Cheese Podcast. You should go to our website, thefreecheese.com, where we're running our current cover story, Spring, a study in color, and how it invokes new ideas within video games. Really cool stuff all week long, all month long. More than a week. 4 of them, 5 of them. How many ever weeks are in a month?
Usually 4.
Several
Sometimes
weeks.
6.
Let's call it
Concept.
several weeks. Several weeks of content coming your way. You can follow us all on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Marc is at og_mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. Be careful, because if it's a bad hockey night, you're going to get some bad tweets. But if it's a good hockey night, you're going to get some hot meats.
I've been pretty good. I'm like using Twitter again
Yes.
a little bit more actively than I have in like the last few years. Not that bad.
We'll see what happens when things happen.
When we
If
went down
things
3-1, if I didn't explode that night,
So now it's what, 3-2?
it's 3-2.
All right. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, we will know by this time next week whether we're in the 3rd round or not. So
What do we got left? One more round?
you got
Is
2
this-
games one more game, and then another game if necessary, which we would hope for.
But then after that, is it semifinals? And then
it
it's
will
Stanley
be
Cup?
the Eastern Conference Finals,
Got
and
it.
then the Stanley Cup Final.
Got it. Very good. You can also follow myself on Twitter at @thefreecheese. What'd you find?
Oh, I was looking at the menu for Mario Kart, and they added the new characters in the background, like
Oh,
Link's,
yeah.
Link's on
Yeah.
Rainbow Road.
You
Link's-
pointed that out right
Link's
away,
real
too.
happy.
Yeah.
He's a happy boy.
Sorry.
You ready to start taking those selfies?
Oh, God damn it. That's it from us. Go play NieR Automata and Mario Kart and all the other
You're
stuff.
saying Automata. Is it Automata?
I have no fucking
Okay, all right.
idea.
I didn't know if you knew.
I think it's Automata.
I thought it was Automata, but
I did too, and that's how I used to say it. Now I'm saying Automata. Sometimes I forget what words are. I don't know. Just go play NieR. Play the one with the girl and the other guy and the other girl.
and steak sauce.
Yes, that's the one. Very good game. I'm going to be talking about it later this year a lot. Anyway, that's going to do it. We'll be back in a week's time with another episode. Thank you, Marc. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, listener, for hanging out with us. We'll see you in a week.